Kaukauna story, right?
Yes.
We all know what just happened at the White House Correspondents' Dinner. It was very, very scary. All these correspondents there, and a person was taken to custody. We actually have Don Mahalik, ABC News law enforcement contributor and retired Secret Service agent, talking about this in the next half hour on how the Secret Service was able to stop the shooting suspect Saturday. Well, this is Twitter again. Twitter is at it again. Okay. Yikes. The teacher is on leave after her posts about the attack at the White House Correspondents' Dinner. She said, "I am not impressed with recent presidential assassins." And then did the MAGA, M-A-G-A-A, in parentheses, Make Americans Great Assassins Again. So that is what is going on in Kaukauna. I love Kaukauna too. They have just a wonderful superintendent there. The superintendent actually did a comment and said the Kaukauna Area School District is committed to maintaining a safe and supportive learning environment for all student, staff, and families, unequivocally rejects any conduct, expression, or behavior that may encourage, condone, or promote violence of any form. So that person is on leave.
That could get you on leave.
Why? Why would you post that? Why?
I cannot get into the minds of people that do things like that, because you have all autonomy to not push send. If you want to just get something out and off your chest,
wait, let me find this. And I'm not
text it, tweet it, do whatever, but don't push send. Once you push send, you put it out there, and whatever you put out there, you better be able to handle whatever comes back
Telly,
from it.
Don't read this out loud, but there's a middle sentence I couldn't even say, talking about other. Yeah, don't read that.
Well, you know I'm not going to do that because I don't swear, but
yeah, and it is so next level bad.
It's
all right.
It's bleeping embarrassing.
Oh, all right, no more.
That's what it is.
Yeah,
that's what
but
it says.
It says more.
Yeah.
Okay, number 3. You ready for this one?
Oh gosh.
This one's actually, I'm really, really proud about this one, that this person was rescued. If you text WATCH to 855-616-1620, WATCH to our setting limit talk and text line, Telly, look, there's a person right there. Do you see how he's limp upside down? He's 75 feet up in the air in San Jose, California. He's taking down a palm tree. He was wrapped around it like a tree trimmer. And he suddenly had a medical emergency. And he was dangling from the air.
Wow.
With time running out, the firefighters called in a helicopter to perform a rare aerial extraction. And you can see it again. Text WATCH to 855-616-1620 to see that. Something crews there, even there, say they've never had to do that before. It took more than an hour to do, and they carefully had to use, a knife to cut the man free because he wrapped himself around. And the palm tree swayed beneath them. He was hoisted down with his limp body, rushed to the hospital. He regained consciousness, thank goodness, during transport. He's still in serious condition, but it is unbelievable video, and it shows how much firefighters, no matter where we're talking about, what they do for all of us. What do you think about the 3 at 3?
Very interesting. That's a way to kick off Monday.
I have 2 more. I have a really interesting one coming up. Oh God. The one at 3:22 is crazy. I have another one at 4:36 that's even more nuts. That's a local story. So we have a jam-packed story for you.
Yes, we do.
Coming up next, Craig Copleen, WTMJ meteorologist. It is windy out there. Actually, Steve Scaffidi's house, his power went out. He had to run back home. Many others don't have power too. Next.
At Blaine's Farm and Fleet, we know you do things your way. So why shop the same retail giants as everyone else when you can easily find the products you need and trust at unbeatable farm and fleet prices? Save 15% on select legacy brand air hoses, 10% off assorted JMF plumbing supplies. Rewards members save 20%. And Thoroughbred welding cylinders and welding gas, also 10% off. Find value on the things you value. Blaine's Farm and Fleet. Be an original.
Now is a great time to get an awning from Comfort Awnings installed to have it ready for the summer. You can enjoy beautiful Wisconsin summers no matter the weather. Extend your motorized awning when the sun gets too hot or when it rains and you can hear the pitter-patter as long as it's not too windy. My awning from Comfort Awnings is truly an extension of my living room. It gives me tons more space to entertain family and friends in the backyard. And they've got a great offer right now until the end of April. Get 10% off your screen or awnings up to $1,000. This is Comfort Awnings' biggest offer ever. Don't miss your chance to get up to $1,000 off. And to get started, give them a call at 414-AWNINGS or visit comfortawnings.com today.
M.W. Marine.
Fishing season kicks off this weekend. Are you ready to hit the water? Stop into M.W. Marine and check out the brand new 2026 Lund, Ranger, and Vexus boats, all powered by Mercury Outboards. Start your boat shopping now and lock in a great deal so you're ready when summer hits. M.W. Marine takes trades, offers full boat service, plus outdoor storage to keep your rig in top shape. Call now to schedule a private appointment or stop in today. M.W. Marine.
Wisconsin's Morning News is here for you every weekday morning starting at 6 a.m. Vince Petrano.
In an overnight session, the U.S. Senate passed a $70 billion spending resolution to fund the Department of Homeland Security.
Eric Billstad.
An online extremist network known as 764 is gaining concerning momentum here locally.
And traffic with Debbie Loziga.
Got some delays southbound on 41, starting from Silver Spring all the way down to Capitol.
The news you need to know. Wisconsin's Morning News on WTMJ.
Traffic is sponsored by Mission 94 Firearms Education Center, centered in safety, anchored in history, designed for discovery. Just Google Mission 94.
From those with no experience to firearms enthusiasts, all are welcome at Mission 94 Firearms Education Center. Learn the right way to handle firearms. Just Google Mission 94.
Traffic and then weather with meteorologist Craig Copleen and Adam Roberts, who's on the scene of this crazy weather we're having. Deb, how are the roads?
Well, southbound 43 is going to be a bit backed up just south of Capitol Drive all the way down through the Marquette interchange. 41 southbound's backed up through the construction zone from Good Hope Road pretty much all the way down to Capitol Drive. Northbound slowing just north of Mayfair Road up past Burleigh. And then east and westbound 94, your usual stuff right through the stadium. Eastbound from the stadium all the way to 35th Street. The westbound side's backed up from 35th all the way to Hawley Road. I'm Debbie Loziga with your WTMJ Time Saver Traffic.
Okay, we are going to go straight to our weather that's going on right now. We have a lot going on. First, we're going to go to Adam Roberts, then we're going to meteorologist Craig Copleen because we have to be weather aware. Adam Roberts, you are on the scene of some downed trees. We're not talking about, just a few branches here. Where are you? What do you see?
Not at all, Julia. Yeah, I'm in the city's River West neighborhood. It's actually my home neighborhood, so I know all of these blocks very well. And we're talking large, massive, 30, 40-foot tall trees. They should be up, and our producer Nate's got some of the images I've been able to grab from around the area. Right now, we've got tens of thousands of people in the city without power. Some of the blocks I was driving down, the stoplights are out, but it is kind of hit or miss. But I did speak with some people, including one man who had not one but two of his vehicles hit by a falling tree, which did not strike any of the homes, but found its way under those two cars. But it's widespread. I've probably captured about 6 or 7 individual trees that have fallen down and resulted in these power outages we're seeing in the area.
Oh, wow, Adam, I can see one of them. We are going to put that on our live stream. If you text WATCH to 855-616-1620, WATCH to our Setting Limited Talk and Text line. Nate is actively putting up both of those photos. Yeah, one of them looks like it's 4 stories high, and it's covering the entire street. I feel really bad for the guy that lost both cars.
Yeah, it sounds like it. There's 2 trucks, and this was on, I believe, Booth Street. And yeah, 2 different branches of the tree struck both vehicles. There's also several of these. If you know the area, a lot of these big trees are on the terrace level of grass right between the sidewalk and the road. And when they're falling over, they're not just uprooting themselves, but also big slabs of sidewalk concrete. So you've got that, you've got trees down in the roads, you've got crews working on several utility lines, and it's making for just a mess this afternoon after this rain that moved through about 2-3 hours ago and brought with it some pretty strong winds as well.
Wow, WTMJ's Adam Roberts, thank you so much.
You bet.
Let's go to WTMJ meteorologist Craig Copeland. Craig, my goodness, it looks like they just lifted like little dominoes, pieces of that sidewalk. Those are huge trees. What kind of winds are we talking about in Milwaukee?
So I think we probably had wind gusts over 50 miles an hour, maybe up to 60. I happen to know that there are some buildings downtown in which the revolving doors got broken, smashed. The glass was smashed. This was a really unique and rare situation. So what we had was the heavy rain falling, right? We had the showers and thunderstorms coming through. Well, when that happens, anytime there's showers and storms coming through, it creates a dome of cold air or high pressure where the rain is falling. Behind the rain evaporates into drier, warmer air and causes it to sink. And as that air descends, it leads to low pressure because it warms. The descending air warms, leading to low pressure. Now, our atmosphere, the air around us, doesn't like to have an area of extreme high pressure where it's raining and extreme low pressure behind the rain real close together. Doesn't like that. So it's got this process of trying to equalize the pressure by developing winds. And what happens is the air associated with the high pressure moves rapidly toward where the pressure is low. And that's what we had today. These intense winds trying to equalize air pressure behind the rainfall that came through. And this is not a common occurrence. Either the winds aren't as strong typically in these situations as we had today, or the winds stay aloft above the ground and don't really bother us. Today, we had all the ingredients right for the unique situation of these powerful winds behind an area of thunderstorms to cause a lot of problems in so many neighborhoods.
Craig, it seems like the winds got up to gusts that we weren't expecting today, and we are expecting for the rest of the week to be dry. Can you take us through the 5-day?
Yeah, it does look like the rest of the week will be dry after tonight. I think we're going to have some more showers and thunderstorms tonight. And at one point, I was concerned that some of the storms tonight may indeed themselves produce strong, damaging winds, or maybe even tornadoes. That does not look like the case anymore, or at least I'll say the threat of severe storms tonight has lessened considerably. I'd say it's non-zero, but it's pretty close to zero. But nevertheless, some garden variety showers and storms possible tonight. The rest of the week does look dry, but it looks much cooler, especially by Wednesday and Thursday and Friday. Each of those days, we're going to have highs just in the 50s. And winds are going to be off the lake. So I think on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, Telly, near the lake, it's only going to be in the 40s.
Gosh.
Wow. WTMJ meteorologist Craig Copeland. Craig, thank you so much.
Sure, you're very welcome.
327 on WTMJ. Time for news about your money. Your WTMJ Annex Wealth Management Market Update. The Dow was down just slightly, down 62, ending at 49,167. NASDAQ up 50. S&P 500 up 8. Annex Wealth Management. Know the difference.
You know, leather has a lot of natural characteristic in it.
Ben and Arvid from Penny Mustard Furnishings.
The leather suppliers disclaim this leather is going to have bug bites, it's going to have maybe barbed wire marks, what have you.
Branding, there's brands, and a lot of the leather that comes from certainly out west.
Right, where they're still branding cattle.
Where they're still branding cattle will have branding marks in it. I love that in leather. When I see a leather sofa that has natural markings in it, I absolutely love that.
pennymustard.com.
That leather lives on for a long, long time in a piece of furniture.
Right.
As the weather gets nicer,
don't jinx it.
We all feel that boost of motivation. You start tackling closets, cleaning out drawers, and wondering how things got so out of hand.
The truth is, most homes just were not designed with enough smart storage.
At Inspired Closets, we create custom solutions that turn messy spaces into beautifully organized ones.
From walk-in closets to entryways, we design around the way you live every day.
This spring, do more than clean. Get organized for good at InspiredClosetsMilwaukee.com.
Inspired Closets.
A wife and husband team.
WTMJ's Julia Fellow here for Appliance Gallery. It's right on Wisconsin Avenue in Milwaukee. When you walk in, you are wowed. They have a huge showroom, the biggest in our state, showing off luxury appliances like Wolf, Miele, Fisher & Paykel, and more. Their in-house installation team, they're wonderful. They work with your contractor, remodeler, or designer to make sure it's in place perfectly, freestanding or panel-ready built-ins. They have incredible attention to detail. If you want your appliances to blend effortlessly with cabinetry, you can even customize with colors with luxury brands like True Residential. This is a locally owned company ready to take care of you, elevate your kitchen. You deserve it. Check out their incredible showroom in Milwaukee on Wisconsin Avenue or head to appliancegallerywi.com. That's appliancegallerywi.com.
Hey, it's WTMJ Steve Scafidi.
And Kristen Bry of Point Taken.
What's more important than having a special needs child turning 18 who needs guardianship?
Or helping aging parents plan for long-term care.
Thankfully, the attorneys at Walney Legal Group can help with both.
No intimidating lawyers, Walney Legal provides a customized, friendly experience to help make these processes as straightforward and streamlined as possible.
So whether you're planning for aging parents
or establishing a strong legal foundation for a special needs child, visit WALNYlegal.com.
Your financial life is not just about numbers. It is a journey, and Annex Wealth Management aims to help you move through it with clarity. When markets shift, it can be hard to understand what it means for what you have built. Annex offers guidance as a fee-only fiduciary firm, which means their recommendations are built around your best interests rather than commissions or product sales. Annex gives you access to a local team that includes wealth managers, financial planners, investment managers, estate planning attorneys, and client service specialists who work together to create a strategy tailored to your situation. They help clients with investment management, retirement income, planning, tax coordination, estate planning, education funding, and business succession strategies. Annex knows there's different financial plans for different stages of life, and they can help you adjust as things change. With nationwide accessibility, Annex blends personal attention with leading-edge tools to offer an experience built around informed decision-making. Annex Wealth Management. Know the difference. Click Get Started at annexwealth.com.
Traffic is sponsored by TaybackAttorneys.com. Veterans benefits denied? Call Tayback for the payback. Brave Americans who served shouldn't be denied benefits or have a disability claim incorrectly evaluated by the VA. If you're one of those vets, call Tayback for the payback. TaybackAttorneys.com.
Wisconsin's afternoon news on Wisconsin's radio station, News Radio WTMJ.
I'm Julia Fellow. Your top story: charges are filed for attempting to assassinate President Donald Trump.
I'm Telly Hughes. A Milwaukee leader is running for Congress.
I'm Debbie Lazaga. Southbound on 43 continues kind of heavy from Capitol Drive down through the Marquette. Northbound's clear, though, so we're good there. Westbound 94, a bit heavy from 30th Street all the way to Hawley Road. We got northbound on 41 backing up a bit from Mayfair Road up to Burleigh. Southbound from Good Hope Road all the way to Capitol Drive. I'm Debbie Lazaga with your WTMJ Time Saver Traffic.
The storms come to an end. It'll be calmer later tonight, a low of 49. Tomorrow, partly cloudy, a high of 62. Right now in Milwaukee, it's cloudy and 51 degrees. From the WTMJ Breaking News Center, the suspect in the shooting incident at the White House Correspondents' Dinner is charged with attempting to target the president, Cole Allen. He's accused of breaking through the security barrier, trying to get into the ballroom where the dinner was held. Acting Attorney General Todd Blanche.
He ran through the magnetometer holding a long gun. As he did so, U.S. Secret Service personnel assigned to the checkpoint heard a loud gunshot. One Secret Service officer was shot in the chest, but was wearing a ballistic vest that worked.
If convicted, he faces life in prison.
Tens of thousands of We Energies customers are in the dark following a midday round of rain and wind. The utility indicates nearly 50,000 customers are without power, with most outages occurring in the city of Milwaukee. Several large trees have been toppled over in the River West neighborhood, damaging homes and vehicles. Your complete WTMJ 5-day forecast is coming up in 15 minutes.
Another street takeover under investigation in Milwaukee, this time the Bayview neighborhood.
A large gathering of people and cars converged near Kinnickinnick and Lincoln in the early morning hours Sunday. Alderwoman Marina Dmitrievich says it lasted about 30 minutes, and the group dispersed as soon as officers arrived. Police confirm there were fireworks set off, but they found no evidence of gunfire. The Milwaukee Fire Department is also investigating the takeover to see if there is any connection to a house fire nearby. Jessica Gatso, WTMJ News.
A morning crash leaves 2 women injured in Dodge County. Deputies responded around 7:30 this morning to County Highway P near Pleasant Road in the town of Fox Lake. A 34-year-old woman from Berlin was trying to make a U-turn when she was hit by another car. She was flown by med flight to UW Hospital with serious injuries. The woman driving the other car was taken to a hospital in Beaver Dam with minor injuries.
Decision Wisconsin, the race for Congress gets a candidate from Milwaukee.
Peter Brigillis announced Sunday he's running in Wisconsin's 1st congressional district. Brigillis says rising costs for things like groceries and housing are driving his campaign, and he's promising to better connect with voters. He'll challenge incumbent Republican Representative Brian Stile. Stile responded by criticizing Brigillis, saying he doesn't live in the district and pointing to past votes on local taxes. The midterm elections are later this year on November 3rd. Nazir Spencer, WTMJ News.
A new service at Milwaukee's airport aims to make travel more accessible. The new app, Ira, is designed to help deaf and hard of hearing passengers navigate the airport via smartphone. Milwaukee County Executive David Crawley told WTMJ that this app is a huge milestone.
To now have this partnership with Ira ASL service is extremely important, right? Giving people the ability to live independently, being able to navigate, places like our airport and feeling that they are included. So this is a big step for us, and hopefully, many other communities in Wisconsin, across the Midwest, began to look at these types of services.
The app allows travelers to connect instantly with a live interpreter while moving through the airport.
Drivers will need to watch out for a traffic switch on I-41 this week. Debbie Lazaga has the details.
As work continues on I-41, watch for changes between Burleigh and Good Hope Road. The DOT's Eric Hansen says
this project is scheduled to have a traffic switch. It will include long-term lane closures for both northbound and southbound I-41.
The change moves northbound traffic onto the southbound side.
There are 2 long-term ramp closures that will occur as well. The northbound exit to Appleton Avenue, as well as the Capitol Drive entrance ramp to I-41 southbound.
The Capitol Drive ramp should reopen by late July, while the Appleton exit stays closed through the fall. Debbie Lazaga, WTMJ News.
Time for a WTMJ Sports Update from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All Sports Desk. The Packers entered the NFL Draft with 8 selections and ended up selecting 6 players over the course of 3 days. Packers GM Brian Gutekunst traded 2 7th-round picks to select kicker Trey Smack in the 6th round. The Packers now have 3 kickers on the roster.
What we did to move up to get him, obviously we think very highly of him. We think he has a very good chance to succeed in this league. But we did it with honors as well. So I mean, it's that's part of this, and we'll kind of see how it goes.
Next up on the NFL's offseason schedule is the release of the regular season schedule in May. The Brewers dropped 2 of 3 to the Pirates, but salvaged the final game of the series behind 12 strikeouts from starter Cal Harrison. The homestand continues tomorrow night against the Diamondbacks.
Outdoor Living Unlimited, WTMJ News Time, 3:37.
Welcome back to Ask Hasselus. I'm Weston. What's your question?
Have you seen my husband?
No.
My husband is hot.
Okay.
And he just keeps getting hotter and hotter.
I'm sorry to hear that.
What?
But I have good news.
You do?
Hasselus Mattress is home to a variety of cool gel mattresses, including Tempur-Pedic.
No, I mean he's hot.
When he sleeps, I can relate. But our cool gel mattresses sleep an average of 10 degrees cooler than traditional mattresses. So he'll be cool as a cucumber.
Okay, but...
And right now, get 48 months interest-free financing on Tempur-Pedic with approved credit.
Well, that's great, but...
Plus, free next-day delivery and setup, free removal of your old mattress, and a $300 MasterCard gift card with your new Tempur-Pedic.
Hold on. You're saying I can cool down with a new Tempur-Pedic with no interest for 48 months and a $300 gift card?
What do you think?
I think that's pretty hot.
Open 9 to 9. Find an employee-free showroom near you at Hasselist.com.
Keep the comfort in and the weather out with beautiful new windows and doors from Siding Unlimited. For ideas, go to our Siding Unlimited Instagram page. For a free estimate and honest price guarantee, go to sidingunlimited.com.
A buck doesn't buy much unless you're spending it at Griffin. For just $1 over cost, you can buy brand new tires from us. This is Jim Griffin. Any major brand, $1 over our cost with free tire repair and lifetime rotation. We'll even show you the invoice to prove it. Our only requirements, we put them on for you. Buy one or the whole set. The dollar deal from Griffin. Milwaukee and Waukesha. Griffin. The buck stops here, but the deals on tires don't. That's Griffin.
Not combinable with other tire offers.
Academic Mortgage is an equal housing lender. NMLSConsumerAccess.org, number 255368.
Don't settle for a flimsy bank pre-approval. Get the pre-approval listing agents and sellers recognized as better than the rest. The rock-solid guaranteed pre-approval from AccuNet. Get yours by clicking on the blue button at accunet.com.
Wisconsin's Afternoon News on WTMJ.
Cole Allen, that is the name of the suspect in Saturday night's shooting at the White House Correspondents Association dinner. He was arraigned, and a lot of people are questioning, how could this have happened? We have Don Mahalik, ABC News law enforcement contributor, retired senior Secret Service agent, on the line with us. Don, what is your analysis of how this could have happened?
So the Secret Service goes to the Washington Hilton every year for the same event. And when they go there, they put together a security plan, which includes overlapping layers of protection, the magnetometers being part of it. According to the Department of Justice, this individual booked his room in the hotel a month after President Trump announced he was going there and checked in on the Friday night before the event, which is where he brought in his guns and whatnot. He was not on anybody's radar as far as intelligence goes, that he had a direction of interest towards the president. And because the hotels in the United States don't screen people coming in, he was able to bring in his shotgun and pistol and all the other tools he brought in. On the day of the event, the Secret Service set up its security bubble within the hotel to make sure to keep the president safe. He apparently went down the stairwell from whatever floor he was on and then burst out of one of the stairwell doors. The way the Hilton is set up, it's to get to that particular venue, which I did as a Secret Service agent. You go up a ramp, and then there's stairs that take you down to a level below, and then there's a foyer before you go into the event room. He came down some stairwell that was out of the secure perimeter, got out of the doors, and then started his run at the agents. He got, there was a group standing there. He got past them, and then he got surrounded basically by the agents that were on the other side of him. He fired a round. We believe one of the rounds hit one of the uniform division officers in the vest. Thankfully, he's okay. I think the uniform division officer fired 5 rounds back at him. Subject was subdued. So as far as the layers go and the tripwires go, he was caught, stopped, and nobody was really hurt. So everything worked as it's supposed to.
Don, there are a lot of events in Washington, D.C. that are held at the same place, the same time annually. So it'll be tough to go back and try to change everything because of these type of incidences. But do you feel like maybe security should make the adjustment each year to maybe not do the same things because of something like this? Maybe somebody that has been kind of scouting it out for years and knowing every move, maybe they should try to change their moves?
So what the Secret Service tries to do every year is when they go back to these sites over and over again, they do an advance, which is they work with in this case, the hotel staff, hotel security, and their local law enforcement counterparts to create the security plan, which gets tweaked, changed, every single year to accommodate different threat patterns. The problem with a lot of these places, especially hotels, is there's only so much real estate, and the Secret Service is trying to build its secure bubble amongst a hotel that has a lawful right to function as a hotel, to check guests in and out, have people doing other events. So the Secret Service has to be mindful of the practicality of putting their security in a hotel that still needs to function. And I've been telling people you have to equate this to when Air Force One lands in and takes off from airports. The Secret Service doesn't shut down the entire airport all day long because that would cause a catastrophe in the public's eye. So they have to keep that in mind even in hotels, that the hotel has a right to function and the Secret Service security has to work within that hotel.
If you want to see the suspect, you can text WATCH, WATCH, to 855-616-1620. WATCH 855-616-1620. Before we let you go, Don, what do we know about the suspect's motive?
Other than the fact that he wrote a manifesto, he blames the federal government for a whole list of issues. He apparently has a background where he was a very bright individual. He went to some prestigious schools in California. I think I read somewhere that he actually, as a student, created a prototype for a new wheelchair handbrake. So he had a direction of interest towards the government, was blaming the government. He had an ideation that the government was at fault for certain things. It was turned into a grievance. He blamed the government officials for causing these issues. And then he put a plan together, an act. He followed the typical pathway to violence that most people follow in a situation like this. So they're going to find out more as they do the investigation. His parents and his family, from what I understand, were unaware of these grievances. So I'm sure as time goes on, more and more will come out.
Wow. He is ABC News law enforcement contributor, retired senior Secret Service agent Don Mahalik. Don, thank you so much for your expertise.
Thanks, guys.
It's 3:44 on WTMJ. Debbie helps get you home. We have your weather and friend of the show and emoji master of texting, Jason Wilde, next.
How much does it cost to talk to Gruber Law Offices after a serious crash? It's free. Yes, free. As in it won't cost you anything to speak with us. Not sure if you have a case? Call our team at Gruber Law Offices today. Your first call and your first consultation are always free. And you'll never pay us a fee until we win your case. If you've been seriously injured, call Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
Hey everybody, Debbie Lazaga here for Car Edge. Are you tired of the car buying process? Car Edge negotiates with multiple dealerships for you, scoring you the best deal while you remain completely anonymous. Check out the glowing reviews. One customer emphasized how quickly their Car Edge concierge found the exact car they wanted for the lowest price, but it was out of state. Well, Car Edge even took care of shipping the vehicle. It arrived within a few days in perfect condition with a full tank of gas. For a limited time, WTMJ fans get 20% off their services. Call 414-667-7413 or visit caredge.com/WTMJ.
Why work with several sales reps that don't work for you, drinking their company's Kool-Aid, only able to sell what their company has to offer? You'll get biased opinions and probably not a very good deal. When it comes to local advertising, a lot of business owners do this. It takes a lot of time and will cost you more for your advertising than it has to. Let us work for you. We know all the rates for all media. This keeps everybody honest, and when you place the volume of advertising we do, it means you get great deals. Anderson-Smith.com. We help small business advertisers get better results. We'll make your ads potent, memorable, and effective. Whether it's radio, TV, billboards, or digital, our understanding of the market and long-standing relationships are unmatched. Anderson Smith represents a substantial amount of advertising billing, which will benefit you in getting much more for your ad dollar. Our compensation model is designed to make it affordable for businesses like yours to use us. And we hold on to our clients because what we do works, and they trust us. Anderson-Smith.com. We help small business advertisers get better results.
Are you hosting an event, launching something new, wanting to get the word out about your part of the state? Be a featured guest on the WTMJ Experience Wisconsin show. Share your story, promote your event or business, and connect with fans all across the state. I'm John Merkier. I'd love to interview you. We reach listeners from Milwaukee to Madison, Green Bay to La Crosse, everywhere in between. It's Experience Wisconsin. Ready to shine a spotlight on your business or company? Email me, john@wtmj.com for more information. john@wtmj.com.
Traffic is sponsored by the famous Fox and Hounds restaurant near Holy Hill.
Take your mother to the magnificent Mother's Day brunch at the historic Fox and Hounds Supper Club. Kids and grandkids under 3 eat free. The Fox and Hounds Supper Club. Google, call, and reserve today.
Traffic and then weather. Debbie Loziga, how are the roads?
Getting a little bit heavier on southbound 43 right now, starting from about Burleigh down through the Marquette and onto the high-rise bridge. Southbound 41 is still heavy from before Appleton Avenue all the way down to Capitol Drive, northbound from Mayfair Road up past Burleigh. We've also got some delays, kind of heavy through the stadium, starting at about 27th Street all the way through to Hawley Road. On the eastbound side, it's going to be slow from Mitchell Boulevard to about 35th Street. I'm Debbie Lozigo with your WTMJ Time Saver Traffic.
All right. Everything comes to an end. It's going to be cloudy tonight. We have some really bad winds. We Energies is trying to bring back power even to Milwaukee County. The low will be 47 degrees. Tomorrow, partly cloudy, a high of 54. Scattered showers on Wednesday, a high of 50. And mostly cloudy for your Thursday, a high of 51. Right now in Milwaukee, it's cloudy and 51 degrees.
Boy, that is great music for our next teammate. It is none other than Packers insider, everything Packers related. This guy knows about it. It's none other than Jason Wilde. Jason, are you coming down off that draft high?
I don't know why I agree to do the show when you're on. Every time you fill in, Telly, I just feel so inadequate with my voice. It's just, you know how much I love you and think so highly of your career, but I just am so jealous of you every time I talk to you. Yes, I'm coming down off the draft weekend high. I'm feeling good until Telly calls.
Oh, come on, man. We got to keep the good vibes going, man. So, I mean, something that we all knew the Packers would most likely address is the defensive side of the ball. And 4 of their 6 selections in this year's draft are defensive players. And which one really stands out the most? I mean, of course you can go with the highest draft pick with the round 2 to 52nd selection, right. But I know that I got a chance to see Danny Dennis Sutton play a few times covering the Big Ten when he was at Penn State, and he's no joke too, man. So what name sticks out the most that Packers fans are going to fall in love with the fastest?
Well, certainly the name has to be DDS, and I didn't realize this until somebody from Penn State told me. They did nickname him the dentist, because those are the letters that come after your name if you're a dentist, which is amazing to me. So I can't wait. I can't wait till my next visit to my dentist in Sheboygan, because I'm going to have to talk with my dentist about how now I'm covering a dentist as well. But it's almost, I'm trying to be more like Telly as it is, because obviously I do a lot of TV now with Channel 3 in Madison, and
you better be putting makeup on. Are you doing it?
I'll tell you what, Julia, you obviously had a great TV career too.
Mm-hmm.
They don't care. They just want the information from me. They don't care how sketchy I look. I didn't even shave today. Sometimes, as long as I've got like a TV station jacket on, I can keep my hoodie on that I'm already wearing.
I had an ex that was on TV before my husband, and I remember calling him one time. I said, "What are you doing right now?" He goes, "I'm putting on makeup." He's like, "I can't believe because he was on air." Mm-hmm. He's like, and he's telling everybody, "Hey guys, I can't believe I'm telling my girlfriend I'm putting on makeup right now." It will make a difference. I will help you. You're gonna look amazing. Okay. Telly,
all right.
Come on,
I'm not saying anything.
Do you put makeup on?
I don't wear makeup anymore.
You didn't? Oh,
no.
Did you?
At one point, but for the last 15 years, I haven't worn makeup.
Yeah.
Because he looks so good and he sounds so good. I mean, he's got the whole package. He's taken, ladies.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Speaking of a play on words, doing the DDS, Trey Smack, and at the end he was going like, "I'm ready to play." You see that?
Yeah, I'll be honest. If he was a linebacker,
right,
Trey Smack.
Exactly.
But he's a kicker. Like, I'd rather have his last name be like Straight or something, right?
Or like
between
Foot.
the uprights. Yes, Trey, right on target. But I'll say this, and I'm glad you brought him up, Julia, because that to me is the most interesting thing, right? Telly and I can, nerd out about the 4 defensive players, or talk about Jagger Barton, their 5th round pick, who played 3 different offensive line spots at Kentucky. But the most interesting pick they made is Trey Smack, because not only did they take their 2 7th round picks and trade up into the 6th round to take him, but obviously Brandon McManus has been their kicker. He's still on the roster, and had really been the guy that solidified the position. If you think back, 2023 they had a rookie kicker named Anders Carlson. 2024 they started the year with a rookie kicker named Braden Narvison. He had missed more kicks than anybody else in the league. They finally said, okay, we can't do this anymore. They bring in Brandon McManus, who'd been in the league for more than a decade, and he was great, right? He kicked some game-winning kicks his first 2 games that he came in. But then he missed 3 kicks in the playoff game that they lost in January in Chicago, and now they're ready to go back to potentially having a rookie kicker again. It's a fascinating decision, and I even asked Brian Gutekunst, I said, look, the whole idea of Brandon McManus was you didn't want to have a rookie kicker anymore. Now you've put yourself in position to have one again. And he said, well, we don't stop trying, right? And I said, I guess not.
Yeah.
You do.
But also, Jason, a rookie kicker from Florida. Now, I would think that you would try and look at kickers that may play or kick in inclement weather and things like that. So, I mean, did he have anything to say about Trey Smack being from Florida and probably not ever kicking in the conditions that he's going to kick in 8 Sundays out of the year in Green Bay?
Right. And so we talked to Trey for a while, and he grew up in Maryland, which, having spent a good amount of time in Maryland over the years myself, it gets cold sometimes, but Baltimore ain't Milwaukee, right? I mean, let's just be honest. Annapolis ain't Green Bay. It doesn't get that cold, and it doesn't snow that often there. And he played lacrosse most of his time when he was growing up there, so that's another part of it. I think kicking in cold weather is a learned behavior, just like playing in it is, right? Like Brett Favre was from Mississippi, but he was a great cold weather quarterback. Aaron Rodgers was from California, but he was a great cold weather quarterback. The problem is they think they've got a Super Bowl team, and they want to have home field advantage throughout the playoffs. And Trey Smack will not have a whole lot of time to get used to cold weather coming from Florida before the playoffs for this year if he's the kicker.
He is Jason Wilde, the best in the business. He's on television. He's a big star.
Without makeup.
He has his own office at Lambeau Field.
Oh, boy.
Okay.
I didn't know that part, Jason.
You're kidding me.
I'll switch my voice for that office at Lambeau.
I mean,
how about that?
Who else to talk to than someone who has an office at Lambeau Field? Come on.
Come on, man. Let's do a switch.
The best in the business.
I will take that trade.
Jason, thank you for joining us.
All right, guys. Take care. Be good.
It's 3:56 on WTMJ. Here's your business headlines.
These are your business headlines from the Milwaukee Business Journal.
Green Bay-based Associated Bancorp posts net income of $116.76 million for the quarter ended March 31st, compared to a net income of $98.81 million in the same quarter a year ago. The continued growth comes after a record year in 2025, the company said, with the momentum expected to continue. A national survey released by Foley & Lardner LLP suggests that the current pace of data center development is unsustainable. The biggest obstacle to the continued breakneck development is energy availability and redundancy, according to the survey. Education nonprofit All in Milwaukee receives an $11 million philanthropic investment, marking the largest gift in the organization's history. The gift, from former Hal Leonard CEO Keith Mardick and his wife Mary Vandenberg, will fund scholarships and programming for 500 new scholars over the next 10 years. I'm Linda Spice for MilwaukeeBusinessJournal.com on 620 WTMJ.
WTMJ, W277CV, and WKTI HD2 Milwaukee. From the Annex Wealth Management Studios, this is News Radio WTMJ, a Good Karma brand station.
It's here on consignment from over 10,000 nationwide partners. From very high-end, distinctive furniture, unique antiques and original art, to tasteful home decor that can fit almost any budget. Premium home decor priced right at 25 to 40% off retail prices. This is Katie with Design Exchange, where discerning buyers with discriminating tastes come to find premium home decor at a value. Design Exchange in Heartland and Pewaukee.
Design Exchange.
Smart interior designers know that what they'll see here is going to be almost impossible to find anywhere else, especially at our consignment prices. Premium home decor that's gently loved and close to new. And what we carry can raise the wow factor of anyone's home decor. This is Katie with Design Exchange, where discerning buyers with discriminating tastes come to find premium home decor at a value. Design Exchange in Heartland and Pewaukee.
Design Exchange.
From the leather aspect, leather has a lot of natural characteristic in it.
Ben and Arvid Huth, brothers and owners of Penny Mustard Furnishings.
And the leather suppliers, they disclaim, right? This leather is going to have bug bites. It's going to have maybe barbed wire marks, what have you.
Branding, there's brands and a lot of the leather that comes from certainly out west.
Right. Where they're still branding
cattle.
cattle.
They're still branding cattle will have branding marks in it.
But if you just sit and watch a cow, she scratches on everything. They do.
Walking over to a tree and going like this.
Just like they're 1,500 pounds. They're pushing on that tree or pushing on that fence. You wonder why they got marks on their body.
I love that in leather. When I see a leather sofa that has natural markings in it, I absolutely love that.
See more at pennymustard.com.
That leather lives on for a long, long time with piece of furniture.
Right.
A long, long time.
Yep.
Staying active, essential for overall health. Proper medical support, essential for staying active. WTMJ's Vince Vitrano for Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin. Whether it's keeping a weekend warrior like me on the tennis court or keeping young athletes in the game, you want the best in sports medicine, that's OAW. Surgeons, nurses, and physical therapists help you recover from injury, avoid injury in the future, and enhance performance. Get care 7 days a week. Walk right in at an Ortho ASAP clinic or book an appointment online at orthowisconsin.com.
A new deck from Outdoor Living Unlimited is built to last. We are Wisconsin's #1 TimberTech deck installation team. For amazing ideas, go to Outdoor Living Unlimited's Instagram page. For a free estimate, go to OutdoorLivingUnlimited.com.
Amazon Business. Unlock smart business buying with fast, free delivery on millions of items and practical AI innovations that automate repetitive tasks. Learn more at AmazonBusiness.com.
Traffic is sponsored by the amazing Mineshaft Restaurant in downtown Hartford.
The Mineshaft Restaurant and Hartford Mother's Day Brunch is all you can eat and super affordable. Kids and grandkids under 3 eat free. Google, call, and reserve today.
Trusted, relevant, locally owned, locally programmed. We are Wisconsin's radio station. News Radio 620, WTMJ Milwaukee.
I'm Julia Fellow. Your top story this hour. A teenager is charged with murder, was arrested again.
I'm Tully Hughes in for John McCure. Advocacy continues for a Milwaukee religious leader in ICE custody.
I'm Debbie Lahaziga. Southbound 41 at Hampton. Looks like we've got the left shoulder blocked with a crash, so watch out for that. Delays are coming down from Appleton Avenue all the way to Capitol Drive. Northbound's backed up from Mayfair Road up past Burleigh. We got to southbound 43 slowing down from Keefe all the way through the Marquette and onto the high rise. And westbound 894 backing up from 27th Street past Loomis. I'm Debbie Lahaziga with your WTMJ Time Saver Traffic.
Scattered storms, some strong, ends by midnight, a low of 52. Tomorrow, partly cloudy, a high of 60 degrees. Right now, Milwaukee, it's cloudy and 53 degrees. From the WTMJ Breaking News Center, a teenager is charged in a deadly Milwaukee shooting, rearrested after he was released over the weekend by mistake.
The 14-year-old boy was allegedly involved in the murder of 35-year-old David Krause. Krause was out celebrating 414 Day when he was shot and killed near 1st Street and Greenfield Avenue. Police say the incident was an attempted robbery and 3 teens were arrested. A spokesperson from Milwaukee County says he was taken back into custody Monday morning and, quote, the circumstances of the release are being investigated. Police are still seeking additional suspects. Elizabeth Linton in WTMJ News.
The man accused of storming the White House Correspondents' Dinner Saturday with guns and knives had his first day in court today. Acting Attorney General Todd Blanche says Cole Thomas Allen has been charged with 3 crimes.
The first count is attempted assassination of the President of the United States. This count is punishable by up to life in prison.
Allen was also charged with transporting weapons and discharging a firearm during a violent crime. He'll have a detention hearing on Thursday.
State regulators approve a new We Energy's electric rate for data centers with some major modifications.
Existing Wisconsin customers should not pay a single cent to subsidize the service of data centers or very large customers.
The Public Service Commission decided that data centers must pay 100% of the costs for new natural gas plants, and they lowered the eligibility threshold for the very large customer rate from 500 megawatts to 100.
This ensures the tariff captures additional smaller VLCs that pose the same level of risk of cost shifting.
Data centers will also be required to sign service agreements for 15 years instead of 10. Jessica Gatso, WTMJ News.
The driver involved in a Green Bay bus crash that injured dozens pleads not guilty. 37-year-old Gubre Figueroa faces multiple felony charges tied to the crash last month, which left over 40 people hurt after a tour bus went off an exit ramp and down an embankment. He previously told investigators the brakes on the bus failed before the crash. Prosecutors say Figueroa was driving without a license after it was revoked in 2017. He is due back in court July 9th.
A new plan is taking aim at crime on Milwaukee's South Side.
The group Common Ground is rolling out a 5-point strategy focused on problem properties, stronger police relationships, and prevention efforts. Organizers say the plan comes after months of research and growing concerns about crime and safety in the area. It also highlights a lack of trust between some residents and police, something the group say needs to change in order to make the neighborhood safer. Several city and county leaders have signed on to the plan, though Milwaukee Police Chief Jeffrey Norman has not. Nazir Spencer, WTMJ News.
A Madison basketball team is being honored for its resilience after a 2024 school shooting. The Abundant Life Christian School boys team received the Spirit of Sport Award at this year's Wisconsin Interscholastic Athletic Association's annual meeting after returning to play in January of 2025. Abundant Life head coach Mike Thies after their season ended.
Tell these guys a lot that it's more than basketball. We play for a much higher purpose. God continues to give you opportunities to play for him and his higher purpose and for our community and our fans. I just am so grateful.
The award was presented by the Dairy Farmers of Wisconsin and the WIAA.
An annual river cleanup in Milwaukee sets a Guinness World Record. More than 2,000 volunteers participated in the Milwaukee Riverkeeper Spring Cleanup this weekend on Saturday. They collected more than 100,000 pounds of trash across dozens of locations in Milwaukee, Menominee, and Kinnickinnick rivers. The cleanup has already been surpassing the world record for years, but it had never officially been certified until now.
Coming up, the Brewers come back from a 4-game losing streak.
Outdoor Living Unlimited, WTMJ News Time, 4:06.
Hey, it's WTMJ's Greg Matzik. Look, this time of year, it can be tough to find a place where you can really get out and enjoy time with your dog, right? That's exactly why the Hounds and Tap has become our go-to family spot. State-of-the-art, indoor-outdoor dog park and tavern. Dogs can hang out and socialize, you relax, catch a game, and enjoy a drink, maybe some food from a food truck. Incredible staff, clean space, it's safe, our dog loves it. A year-round destination for dogs and humans. Plan a visit to the Hounds and Tap in Menominee Falls. Connect with thehoundsandtap.com.
In 1987, the Bucks took on the world and changed basketball forever.
At stake, basketball supremacy in the United States.
Bucks versus the World, narrated by Charlie Behrens, is the new season of Behind the Bucks podcast, presented by Gallagher, your trusted insurance broker and HR and benefits consultant. It's the untold story of the 1987 McDonald's Open, when the Bucks became the first NBA team to face the Soviet Union. Listen now on Bucks.com/plus, the Bucks app, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and wherever you get podcasts.
Before I moved to Capri Communities, my daughter spent more time helping me with chores than enjoying our visits. Now, when she comes over, we go to concerts, enjoy delicious meals, and participate in great activities that are always happening. I choose senior living so that our time together can be about fun, not fixing things. And I love the freedom it gives me every day.
Give the care that has your parent enjoying life again. Get started today at capricommunities.com.
Save big money on everything for your next project at Menards. Steelworks offers a wide selection of aluminum and steel materials for any project. Choose from durable steel angle iron to tubular steel and aluminum and steel sheets and rods that are built to last. Perfect for DIYers and professionals alike to get the job done right. Save big on Steelworks products at Menards. Plus, check out our weekly flyer at menards.com for more great deals.
Save big money at Menards.
Time for a WTMJ Sports update from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All Sports Desk. The Brewers salvaged the final game of a 3-game series against the Pirates with a 5-0 win. The homestand continues tomorrow night against the Arizona Diamondbacks. And the Packers make 6 selections in the NFL draft, their fewest total since 2004. Packers general manager Brian Gutekunst.
I didn't think the opportunities to move back and add picks made a lot of sense for us. And the times that we moved up, I thought it did. So I think it was just a unique year that way. But I do feel like we did some things with our roster that give me some peace.
Following the draft, the Packers have reportedly signed 11 undrafted free agents. All rookies are expected to gather in Green Bay for a rookie minicamp in early May.
Outdoor Living Unlimited, WTMJ News Time 4:09.
Get 0% interest until 2030. Order by April 30th at PellaWI.com. Wisconsin weather doesn't ease you into spring, it keeps you guessing. One day it's sunshine, the next it's wind, rain, or even snow. That's why your windows and doors have to handle everything in every season. At Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, we design with that in mind. Built for durability, efficiency, and year-round comfort. And right now, we're making that comfort easier to afford. Order today and get 0% interest until 2030. Not just for a short time, no interest all the way until 2030. So you can upgrade your home now and pay over time without even paying a dime in interest. From your free in-home consultation to expert installation, Pella's local team is with you every step, helping you find the right fit for your home, your style, and your budget. Plus, with our 10-year limited warranty, you'll have peace of mind long after installation date. No interest until 2030, but only if you order by April 30th. Set your free in-home consultation today at PellaWI.com.
Certain restrictions apply. It's 4/30/2026.
Wisconsin's afternoon news is on the air. Broadcasting live from the Annex Wealth Management Studios in beautiful downtown Milwaukee. Here are your hosts, Julia Fellow, and in for John McCure, it's Telly Hughes.
There's a statement released by Milwaukee's mayor to be careful out there across our city for, some branches, maybe even more weekend because we've had 70-plus mile-an-hour winds. WTMJ's Adam Roberts was out there.
Adam, what did you see in River West?
Oh, it was something I haven't seen in quite some time. So we've had a busy month rather, of severe weather. But by and large, the amount of wind damage just neighborhood-wide. So this is where I live in the city of Milwaukee. So I know that River West is a very big neighborhood, especially north to south. And it's neighborhood-wide. There are not just your typical twigs and branches down blocking some parts of roads. We're talking full 100 maybe year old plus trees uprooted, sent over, and in some cases, as I saw with some of the pictures that I was able to send in, trees landing on people's vehicles, some of them just splitting the gap between two tightly contained homes together and somehow able to just go right down the middle, and sidewalks uprooted as well. So you mentioned these winds that just seem to come out of nowhere this afternoon, topping 75 miles per hour. I spoke with David, who lives on Booth Street, and one of the pictures that I was able to capture shows not one, but 2 of his vehicles destroyed by this fallen tree. He said he was sleeping at the time when he heard the noise, and maybe in the grogginess of just waking up, assumed that maybe some teens were shooting off firecrackers or something that made sort of the popping sound.
My sister's like, no, a tree fell. I think the fence fell right here. I was like, what are you talking about? She's like, yeah, let's go check. We run out, and I'm like, what the my truck? I was asleep.
So palpable frustration as David's now dealt with not one but two vehicles hit by this one singular tree. And meanwhile, as you mentioned, the mayor says it's an ongoing operation. I saw multiple We Energies trucks tending to multiple trees and wires that were hit. Right now we're at about 41,000 people without power, and most of that, which is the other fascinating thing about this, Julie and Telly, is it's all largely within the city of Milwaukee. There's some other scattered ones across municipalities, but the vast bulk of these outages and these big downed trees are right here in the city.
And you said that earlier in the day you were at Jones Island, and did you notice anything?
So at that point, it was all just steady rain, but absolutely no wind. And I think at one point when I came back in here, we very briefly here in our downtown studios had just a very, very slight flicker, just a slight flicker of the lights. It was indicating like, oh, maybe something actually is going on. And then we started seeing the videos come in of things just whipping around all over the place.
So you said there were a lot of mature trees down, Adam. Did this look more like a scene of a aftermath of a tornado than just high winds?
I don't think so, because of just how spread out everything was. Typically with the tornado damage, you just see that straight line, and there may be down branches elsewhere, but a tornado just has that straight. It was in this path, and you can clearly tell.
Yeah.
Versus this, and we're seeing other reports. It's not just the River West area where I was, but north side, south side, east side. There was a massive tree down on Kenilworth Place. So this is citywide as opposed to just an isolated area.
Yeah.
And you can see in some of the photos, if you text WATCH to our setting limited talk and text line, 855-616-1620, WATCH, 855-616-1620. Some of these trees are actually completely blocking the entire road. It grows across the entire road. That's how huge these trees are. Adam, do you think that it might be because there was so much rain?
100%.
Yeah, because what you were talking about, what Telly was asking, usually it's like sheared off kind of branches, but this looks like it came up from the root.
Absolutely. And as we mentioned, it has been a month of rain, the rainiest April on record. So already the ground's super saturated. Then we had the rain come through earlier this afternoon. And then as Craig Copleen, our meteorologist, was explaining after I got off with you guys on the air earlier this last hour, then all of a sudden the wind comes through and it's just a prime perfect storm, pardon the pun, for this situation we're seeing.
Wow. WTMJ's Adam Roberts. Adam, incredible images. Text WATCH to 855-616-1620. Thank you so much.
Of course.
And everybody, please stay safe out there. Again, the mayor, many other city leaders are saying to be careful. Because of all of this, some of these could give way at any point. It's 4:15 on WTMJ.
A huge month of Brewers baseball kicks off with a battle against the Yankees Friday, May 8th through Sunday, May 10th. Catch the crew for half off with Wisconsin First Friday game tickets on Friday the 8th. Plus, Mother's Day Sunday is the perfect game to bring the whole family with new kids experiences every Sunday. Plus, the first 10,000 fans over the age of 21 get a Brewers picnic blanket at the Mother's Day game, courtesy of American Family Insurance. Score your tickets at Brewers.com.
Hey everybody, Debbie Lazaga here for Milwaukee Weight Loss. Well, do you know the secret to losing up to 1 pound of fat every day? Well, if you do, you are like Milwaukee Weight Loss. They do know the secret. Their doctor-developed, easy-to-follow weight loss program helps you lose weight fast, naturally, and safely with no drugs or injections with the risk of serious side effects, no prepackaged meals, bars, shakes, and no exercising required. Their program helps reset your metabolism so you can keep the weight off for good with a coach for ongoing support. Their program costs up to half as much and works up to twice as fast as most other programs. Like I did, I decided to go with the Milwaukee Weight Loss to learn how I can control my metabolism and lose weight safely. And now I'm in the process of it. I've lost about 20 pounds and I do want to go more, but all in good time. Many patients lose 20 to 30 pounds in about a month or two. That's up to £1 per day. And for a limited time, get $200 off with their spring special. Book your free consultation at MilwaukeeWeightLoss.com. That's MilwaukeeWeightLoss.com. Results may vary.
Want to stay up to date with the crew?
Here's the 1-2 pitch to Black, and a swing and a miss. He strikes out. This ball game's over.
Tune in to Brewers Extra Innings with Dominic Cotroneo after every game.
There are standards that this team needs to meet. Pat Murphy did not think his team met those standards at times in tonight's game, and it led directly to the loss today. There are a handful of plays I think they would love to have back.
Or listen anytime on the Brewers All Access podcast feed. We are your home of the Brewers. WTMJ.
Traffic is sponsored by the Wisconsin Assisted Living Association, supporting communities and residents through advocacy, education, and service. Where you live matters. Get the answers you and your family need about assisted living in Wisconsin. Start with clear, trusted guidance by visiting whereyouLiveMatters.org today.
Traffic and then weather. Debbie Lazaga, how are the roads right now?
We got some backups right now. Southbound 41 is backing up from just south of Appleton Avenue all the way to Capitol Drive. Right about at Hampton Avenue, we do have the left shoulder blocked with a crash, so you do want to be careful with that. Northbound's backed up from Mayfair Road up to Burleigh, back on the brakes from Capitol Drive up past Hampton. And southbound 43, watch out for the delays from about Locust all the way down through the Marquette to about Lincoln. I'm Debbie Lazaga with your WTMJ Time Saver Traffic.
Here is your WTMJ Storm Team forecast. A flood warning continues for the Rock River in Jefferson and Dodge counties, and the Fox River Lower in Kenosha, and the Crawfish River in Jefferson County. Tonight, the showers and storms come to an end. It'll be cloudy, a low of 49. Tuesday, tomorrow, partly cloudy, a high of 62. Wednesday, partly cloudy, a high of 55. Cloudy for your Thursday, a high of 51. Then mostly sunny for your Friday, a high of 50 degrees. Right now, Milwaukee, it's cloudy and 53 degrees.
So, Julia, back in December, we all know about that. It seemed like a just bizarre incident that was going on at the University of Michigan involving their now former head coach, Sharon Moore, and one of the executive assistants. And they had a relationship. And then when Sharon got fired, he went over there, and I'm sure you're pretty familiar with the story, but for the first time, Paige Shiver, the former executive assistant with the University of Michigan football team, who was in the entanglement with former head coach Sharon Moore.
You're using a Jada Pinkett
Yeah,
Smith. We had an entanglement.
Yeah, it was an entanglement because of what I'm about to talk about. I don't believe this part, but Paige Shiver says she was manipulated by Moore during their nearly 4-year relationship she characterized as an open secret within the athletics department. That's why I call it an entanglement, because you're not manipulated for 4 years.
The person who coined it, though, Jada Pinkett Smith should have coined that.
She really should have. But speaking to Good Morning America for the first time since Moore was arrested last December for trespassing, Shiver said that what started as a consensual relationship became one in which she felt trapped over time after Moore told her he was in a loveless marriage and would soon divorce his wife, and every time she tried to end the relationship, he would threaten suicide or plead with her not to leave.
What was the thing with, did she lose a baby or something?
So she got pregnant by Moore, and
she says on ABC.
Yeah, she says, but her doctors told her it wouldn't be safe for her to keep the baby because of some prior diagnosis. But she's not telling that part. She said Moore came to her and said, you better do the right thing and get rid of the baby.
Oh, okay.
Yes. So she never disclosed her medical condition.
Did we get to the point of how much she was getting paid, the pay raise that she got from like $40,000 to like $90,000 a year?
Yes. So when she started off, they started off with their consensual relationship. He was the offensive coordinator. And she was an executive assistant. So I'm sure she was already in the building, and that's when they first kind of interacted with each other, I'm assuming. And yes, she stayed on as an assistant. But when he became the head coach after Jim Harbaugh took the Chargers job, then he elevated her to executive assistant And along with that came a $40,000 pay raise. She went from $51,000 to $94,000.
What? So they had a relationship even before he was head coach?
Yes, he was the offensive coordinator. That's when it started.
Okay, so when she was crying and everything, that made me think that
Those were false tears?
it just kind of makes things. And she always knew that he was married,
Absolutely.
right?
So now all of a sudden you are thinking about his wife and this is wrong, and you admitted that this was a consensual relationship. So how can it be consensual but you felt trapped and manipulated? The two don't go. That's why I called it an entanglement.
Got it. That was very tangled. Okay.
Yes.
So does she describe the night that or day that the woman found out that the wife found out, and then he went over to her house with a knife?
Yes.
Wait,
so
was a butter knife? Wait, a butter knife.
So it all came apart when Shiver went to the university and just outed everything. Because keep in mind, the summer beforehand, there was an investigation, and they both were able to pretty much manipulate the situation and say, hey, we're not an item. We don't have a relationship. So this was investigated. And so they moved on.
What? And she said everybody knew.
And exactly.
Okay, that's
why these are very contradicting things.
This case is getting really rocky.
Exactly, because when she went on to tell the university, hey, you guys were right. We have had a relationship. And then that's when the university fired him.
Yeah.
So what I'm thinking is, reading it between the lines, something went wrong. And she said, you know what? I'll out you. And that's what ended up happening. And Moore
flipped out.
Yeah, he flipped out. So he did go to her house. And I'm going to get to that because Moore was sentenced to 18 months of probation after being fired for the relationship. He had faced up to 6 months of jail time after pleading no contest to trespassing and malicious use of a telecommunications device. A felony home invasion charge was dropped as part of a plea deal.
Okay.
The charges were related to the December 10th incident, which is what you're referring to, in which Moore entered Shiver's apartment the same day he was fired, according to police, who said he blamed Shiver for his firing and threatened to kill himself with butter knives.
Right.
So
does she still have a job, or what is she doing now?
So no, she had to resign or ended up getting fired because she was involved in this relationship, and they weren't supposed to be involved in a relationship in the workplace.
Oh, so you know what? Maybe there was I forget what the legal word is, but maybe there was some type of restitution in the case for her too.
And so I believe that was the reason why she even outed him in the first place, because the University of Michigan has a lot of money. And she probably figured if she took down the head football coach at Michigan, that would result in a major payday.
Oh, wow.
So the thing was, she went about it the wrong way because these were criminal charges. Like this wasn't a civil matter between him and her.
I'm not sure if she got paid for this interview too with ABC News. ABC News does pay.
Yes, and I don't think, because if she said pay me and they said no, we're not, then they're like, okay, fine.
Okay.
Because they don't have to get this story out. She was trying to get her story out to make her look good or make herself look like a victim.
Yeah.
And neither one worked because Sharon Moore is not going to jail.
Yep.
He's going to get another job eventually.
You know why a big reason why he probably didn't go to jail? His wife's was by his side every day at court. And that was, the optics of that was huge.
Yes, the judge even said something about that when he gave him 18 months of probation. He said the person that's the toughest in all of this is your wife that's sitting next to you and that have had to go through all of this and take all the bullets because you can't say anything for legal reasons. So he still hasn't spoken.
How much money did he lose again?
He was due to make $6.5 million. And no, I'm sorry, $7 million, because the $500,000 was a retention bonus that he would have gotten. So he would have made $7 million this year.
Oh, man, that makes me want to vomit right now.
So
really,
if that makes you want to vomit, doesn't that explain why he flipped out? Like, seriously, if it makes you want to vomit, what do you think that made him want to do?
I'm staying far away from that entanglement.
Yes, I mean, it's enough to make you threaten your own life with butter knives, apparently.
Putting my hands in my pockets.
And
not
also,
doing
too,
anything.
you got to wonder how serious someone is about threatening their own life if they have butter knives in their hands.
He shouldn't have gone over to her house.
Well, I'm sure there's a lot of things that I'm sure he regret, including getting fired.
Oof. It's 4:28 on WTMJ.
WTMJ's Eric Bilstead here for QC Kinetics. It's vacation season, and you may be out with your family and friends. Maybe you're on a plane or in a car, and the last thing you want to deal with is joint pain. You're at the end of your rope with that knee pain, or your hips, or the shoulder, maybe the back. It keeps you up at night, and now it may keep you from enjoying a trip to the beach. There's got to be another way, and there is. QC Kinetics. QC Kinetics and its regenerative treatments can help you and do it without surgery and without long recoveries. It's time to get relief. Call QC Kinetics and set yourself up a free appointment. They have a clinic in Mequon. They have another one in Greenfield. The treatments are super easy, done right there in the office, and then you can go on about your day. Here's the number, 414-667-5559. That's 414-667-5559. Call today and get your life back. 414-667-5559. That's 414-667-5559. Call QC Kinetics today.
A happy place comes in many colors. Whatever your color, bring happiness home with CertaPro Painters and make your happy place your home. CertaPro Painters, that's painting happy. During our spring sales event, get 10% off any home painting project, $2,500 or more. When you schedule before May 15th at participating locations, get started today at CertaPro.com. Each CertaPro Painters business is independently owned and operated. Contractor license and registration information is available at CertaPro.com.
Recently, a seller that unfortunately ended up choosing another agent called me. She said she made a mistake, and what she was expressing to me sounded like she kind of was bullied into signing with him. Is it typical? Not always, but it will never happen when you hire a Century 21 Benefit Realty agent. I want our agents to be able to look in the mirror and say, I'd want to work with me, not because they're good at saying what you want to hear or offer the lowest commission, but because of trust. Because if you're not feeling that from your agent, that's a problem, and I don't want that. At 1.9% on the listing side of your sale with our commission capped at $19,000, Century 21 Benefit Realty leads with a very fair and transparent commission structure with maximum marketing that can get your home sold fast and for the best price. And saving money matters, but working with someone who will tell you exactly what you need to know up front, that creates trust. And that matters too. This is Angela Calais with Century 21 Benefit Realty, benefit-realty.com, where you pay less for full service. Each office is independently owned and operated.
Traffic is sponsored by MW Marine. Get out on the water.
MW Marine.
Ready for the water? Shop 2026 Lund, Ranger, and Vexus boats powered by Mercury. Lock in your deal now and hit the water sooner. MW Marine.
Wisconsin's afternoon news on Wisconsin's radio station, News Radio WTMJ.
I'm Julia Bello. Your top story this half hour. A windy afternoon knocks out power to more than 40,000.
I'm Telly Hughes. Charges are filed in an assassination attempt on the president.
I'm Debbie Lazaga. Still have that accident on 41 southbound at Hampton. It is off on the left shoulder, so watch out for that. Delays are coming down from Good Hope Road all the way to Capitol Drive. Northbound's pretty solid from just before Mayfair Road all the way up to Hampton. We've got eastbound 94, lots of company there from Mitchell Boulevard all the way past 35th, the westbound side from 27th Street to Hawley Road, and then westbound on 894, we got backups from 27th Street pretty much to 60th. I'm Debbie Lazaga with your WTMJ Time Saver Traffic.
A flood warning continues for the Rock River in Jefferson and Dodge counties and the Fox River Lower in Kenosha County. Tonight, scattered storms, some strong. They end by midnight, a low of 52. Tomorrow, partly cloudy, a high of 60 degrees. From the WTMJ Breaking News Center, a sudden, unexpected burst of very strong winds leaves at least 40,000 customers in southeast Wisconsin without power, and others cleaning up the damage.
Milwaukee's River West neighborhood was hit particularly hard early Monday afternoon, with more than half a dozen trees falling over, uprooting sidewalks and damaging property in the process. David says he was asleep when a tree fell on both of his vehicles parked on Booth Street.
My sister's like, a tree fell. I think the fence fell right here. Let's go check. We run out, and I'm like, what the my truck?
Max winds over 75 miles per hour and already saturated ground are being blamed, with more rain possible this evening. Adam Roberts, WTMJ News.
The man accused of trying to attack the White House Correspondents' Dinner makes his first court appearance.
In addition to 2 gun-related felonies, the suspect is charged with attempting to assassinate the president, a count that could carry a life sentence. Acting Attorney General Todd Blanche says there were hundreds of federal agents between Cole Allen and his ultimate target.
Law enforcement did not fail.
Blanche says 5 shots were fired by law enforcement, none of which hit Allen, who was ultimately tackled just before he reached the stairs leading to the ballroom. Blanche says the suspect is believed to have fired 1 round from his 12-gauge pump-action shotgun. Stephen Portnoy, ABC News, Washington.
You're listening to another street takeover under investigation in Milwaukee, this time in the Bayview neighborhood. A group of people and cars gathered near Knickknick and Lincoln in the early morning hours yesterday. Alderwoman Marina Dmitrievic says it lasted for about a half hour and the group dispersed soon after officers got there. Police confirmed that there were fireworks set off and they found no evidence of gunfire. The fire department is also investigating the takeover to see if there's any connection to a house fire that they had to put out nearby.
Community members and a Wisconsin lawmaker continue to advocate for a Milwaukee religious leader being held by federal immigration officials.
Congresswoman Gwen Moore traveled to an ICE detention facility in Indiana to check on Salah Sarsour, the president of the Islamic Society of Milwaukee, who was detained last month.
We had a lot of questions about his well-being, about his diet, about his medication and his health care.
Sarsour is a legal U.S. citizen who has lived in the Milwaukee area for 30 years, but federal officials say Sarsour is being held over allegations tied to immigration paperwork and suspected connections to overseas activity. Sarsour has an immigration hearing today. Neil Doyle, WTMJ News.
Milwaukee food trucks will now have to close earlier under a new city rule.
Milwaukee Common Council unanimously approved restrictions on late-night operating hours, citing safety concerns. Under the change, food trucks downtown Milwaukee must close by 10 p.m., while other areas will have an 11 p.m. cutoff. That's earlier than the previous 1 a.m. closing time. Alderman Bob Bauman, who introduced this ordinance, says it's aimed at reducing violence and disorder in the downtown area. The rule takes effect on May 9th. Nazir Spencer, WTMJ News.
Madison schools will be closed Friday, May 1st because of expected staff shortages. District leaders say many employees plan to take part in a Day Without Immigrants event, raising concerns about student supervision. There will be no after-school care, but activities and athletics will continue. Students will not have to make up the missed day.
Drivers need to watch out for a traffic switch on 41 this week. Debbie Lazaga has details.
As work continues on I-41, watch for changes between Burleigh and Good Hope Road. The DOT's Eric Hansen says
this project is scheduled to have a traffic switch. It will include long-term lane closures for both northbound and southbound I-41.
The change moves northbound traffic onto the southbound side.
There are 2 long-term ramp closures that will occur as well. The northbound exit to Appleton Avenue, as well as the Capitol Drive entrance ramp to I-41 southbound.
The Capitol Drive ramp should reopen by late July, while the Appleton exit stays closed through the fall. Debbie Lazaga, WTMJ News.
Time for a WTMJ Sports Update from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All Sports Desk. The Packers entered the NFL draft with 8 selections and ended up selecting 6 players over the course of 3 days. Packers GM Brian Gutekunst traded 2 7th-round picks to select kicker Trey Smack. in the 6th round. The Packers now have
go.
3 kickers
Willie doesn't like that.
on the right. Yeah, smack kicker. Yeah. He needs a new last name. Anyway, the Packers now have 3 kickers on the roster.
What we did to move up to get him, obviously, we think very highly of him. We think he has a very good chance to succeed in this league. But we did it with honors as well. So I mean, it's that's part of this, and we'll kind of see how it goes.
Next up on the NFL's off-season schedule is the release of the regular season schedule in May. The Brewers dropped 2 of 3 to the Pirates, but salvaged the series finale behind 12 strikeouts from starter Cal Harrison. The homestand continues Tuesday night against the Arizona Diamondbacks.
Outdoor Living Unlimited, WTMJ News Time, 4:37.
Day after day, year after year, the heavy lifting, the repetitive motion, and now your body feels it. Your back, your knees, your quality of life.
At Access Legal, we stand up for people worn down by work.
Workers' comp is our sole focus, and our team has recovered more than $35 million for Wisconsin workers. From sudden accidents to pain that builds over years of hard work, we're dedicated to fighting for the benefits you're entitled to. If you've been worn down by work, contact Access Legal for a risk-free consultation.
Search AXIS Legal today.
Penny Mustard presents single-seat mini sofas.
Those are not single-seat sofas.
They're plush. They have fabric, and you sit on them. So what are they?
Penny Mustard's new line of upholstered dining chairs.
Aren't they gorgeous?
These unique chairs take your dining experience to a whole new level.
The finest dining chairs masquerading as single-seat mini sofas you'll ever see.
The new upholstered dining chair collection, starting at $9.16 at Penny Mustard.
Showrooms in Milwaukee and Chicago.
PennyMustard.com.
Better versions of what people want.
WTMJ's Greg Matzik here. Bob Sorens is the reason Sorens Ford became home of the nice guys.
Sorens, Robert. He was a nice young man in my biology class. I remember one day we dissected frogs, and Mr. Sorens stayed late after class and sewed all the frogs' organs back into place.
Every Ford dealer offers the same factory rebates and low financing, but nobody has lower prices than Sorens. Buy your next vehicle from the nice guys. Sorens Ford on Capitol Drive in Brookfield. Visit SOERENS.com.
Business owners and right-hand men and women. When you make the catering call for your office gathering, make it Marty's Pizza. For pizza, pasta, subs, wings, appetizers, and more. Delivered in our heated oven delivery trucks. Our catering delivery range has expanded all the way east into Brookfield. Just log on to martyspizza.net for easy online ordering. Or give us a call at 262-646-3327. 262-646-3327.
Marty's Pizza. Do you remember when times were good? Well, they're good again. It's as good today as it was in the past. It doesn't get any better than that. Remember Marty's Pizza.
Amazon Business. Discover smart business buying, where unmatched selection meets AI-driven tools to simplify complex processes so you can focus on what matters most. Learn more at amazonbusiness.com.
Wisconsin's afternoon news on WTMJ. Now batting for the Brewers Radio Network, play-by-play announcer Lane Grindle.
I think I know where you're going, and it's pretty innovative. Pitch and a fly ball. Deep left field. Lyles back. Track. Bye. Baseball. You want to talk about athleticism? It's on display in the booth right now.
Lane Grindle. Lane, how you doing?
I'm doing well, enjoying an off day.
I know, you deserve it. Oh my goodness. How about this Saturday? Jacob Mizorowski, that dominant performance against the Pirates. Did he pitch 6 innings?
Yeah, Miz got through 6. I have to go back and look at box scores to remember some of this stuff. But yeah, he got through 6 on Saturday. And got to 102.7 on the radar gun. So Miz has come out of the gate strong. He's pitched really well so far this year.
Yeah, in the first inning, 102.7. That was crazy.
Yeah, he was fired up. Those were his fastest pitches of the year. And I think they were actually the fastest pitches for a starting pitcher this year. As well. I think only Mason Miller's thrown a pitch harder than that in the big leagues. So pretty impressive stuff. Miz is he has, I think, taken a step forward so far in 2026. And I think there's more which is what the scary thing is. Like, there's
Mhm.
probably even more levels to this for Jacob Mizorowski.
Oh, I'm glad. And John was a little hard on him when they were going past. We were talking to Dominic Cotroneo about this. Like I think he went past like 92 pitches, and usually they let him out. And Murph was letting him, throw a few more, and it got a little messy. But did he throw 95? Yes, I think he did. But did he do better? Is what I'm trying to get to.
Yeah. I don't remember how many pitches he ended up throwing on Saturday. I don't have that in front of me. So,
I'm not trying. we gotta,
She's making you work on your off
so
day,
sorry,
Lane.
Lane.
What's up with that?
I'm sorry, Lane.
I don't have the box score in front of me. So, but yeah, they did push him out there a little bit on Saturday. A little bit beyond probably where they have in the past, and he competed through that sixth inning. Murphy even talked about it, like how impressed he was at the way he competed through that final inning, because that's kind of part of the whole process of becoming a complete pitcher. He threw 91, by the way, on Saturday against Pittsburgh.
Okay, so do you know why I love The Miz so much?
Great.
Why I know these things?
Yeah.
Because his father has Parkinson's disease, and my husband has
Right.
Parkinson's disease. So
Yep.
I met him and his now fiance and his mom and his dad. So I grew close with his mom. We're little email pals. So that's the only reason why I would ever know anything more than Lane. Ever in any
Well,
realm
we're
of
impressed,
baseball.
Julia. We're impressed.
Well,
Absolutely.
well, Lane, we all remember the campaign "Chicks Dig the Long Ball." I think with Julia, we need to bring that back. Julia really is infatuated with velo. She loves velocity.
Well,
She
I mean,
loves when a pitcher throws over 100. That is just like the coolest thing for her.
It really
I think
it is. It's true.
become a huge part of the game, right? I mean, everybody is really into velo right now because we have guys that are doing historical stuff. Miz,
Yeah.
Mason Miller, and they're not the only ones. I mean, Aroldis Chapman's been around, and he's been doing this for a long time, but it is not that uncommon for guys to hit triple digits now when it used to be breaking news when that would happen. It's really been pretty cool.
Yeah. So, Lane, the Brewers, I mean, the one thing we know through 27 games is the fact that they're a team of streaks. But the good thing is, after a bad streak, they come back with a good streak. Earlier this year, they lost 6 straight games, came back, won 4 straight. They lost 4 straight before yesterday's win. Is it possible that the streak in history repeats itself where they can go on a run against the Diamondbacks, who will be in town tomorrow night to start a 3-game series?
Well, you sure hope so. And the Diamondbacks have some interesting pieces right now. I mean, they're 15-12, and Ildemaro Vargas is, kind of a journeyman 34-year-old infielder, and he's having this historical start to the year where he's got a 20-plus game hitting streak, and I think he's hitting 367 right now, which is, you might not have expected that from Ildemaro Vargas at this stage in the year. But the Diamondbacks will be a challenge for the Brewers. But I think the thing that gives the Brewers a shot right now, Telly, is the starting pitching, and this isn't a shock to anybody. They have figured out a way to kind of get everybody right in that rotation. Sproat's been really good the last 2 times he's taken the ball. Chad Patrick's had a great start to the year. Kyle Harrison was phenomenal yesterday as he was dominant against the Pirates. And Woody's been Woody, and we've obviously talked about Miz and what he's been able to do. So, and Quinn Priester's on his way back. But when you have a rotation that is performing the way the Brewers rotation is performing, you got a shot most nights. Now, they're shorthanded from a position player standpoint. I think we all understand that. And so the offense is going to come and go at times, I think, until they get everybody healthy. They have a specific way they kind of have to play offensive baseball right now, and they've been able to do it and keep their head above water. But, yeah, you hope, Telly, they can get on a run here. And I think they can. And I think they're getting close to getting guys back, too. And I think that'll just naturally provide a lift when a Churio comes back and when an Andrew Vaughn comes back, too.
Yeah, and they have to start playing some good baseball, even though they are a game over 500. They are currently in last place, but the Central is the only division in baseball that has every team over 500. So I know the Brewers will be fine. He is Brewers Radio Network play-by-play man, Lane Grindle. Lane, thank you so much, and enjoy the few remaining hours of your off day, because we know you probably won't have another off day for the next 16, 18 days.
Yeah, no problem at all. Tell you, Julia, appreciate it so much. Thank you again.
Thank you. 447 on WTMJ.
Don't think twice. Call Dice.
A great way to add value and curb appeal to your home is with the new LiftMaster or CHI maintenance-free garage door. Hey, it's WTMJ's Greg Matzik. A study by Remodelers Magazine reports that the average return on investment is an amazing 82%. Garage doors rank first among all home improvement projects. To see Geiss's huge selection of doors, visit their showroom in Brookfield, or you can also visit their online showroom at geissdoors.com. Geiss has everything from alley doors to custom wood designer doors and everything in between. Remember, for all your garage door needs, you call Geiss at 262-784-4250. That number again, 262-784-4250. It's Geiss. Visit them online at geissdoors.com.
Don't think twice. Call Dice.
Lake Geneva is the Midwest's premier golf destination, featuring breathtaking views, crystal clear lakes, and rolling fairways. Treat yourself to an all-inclusive golf getaway with courses designed for all skill levels, luxurious lodging, distinctive dining, and a relaxing spa. Plan a Lake Geneva group golf outing, a corporate event, or a weekend getaway with friends or family. Their pros will help you plan a memorable golf experience. For info on courses and more, visit lakegeneva.com today. Lake Geneva, it's always been the place for legendary golf.
Hey Wisconsin, it's construction season and the Wisconsin DOT wants to help you safely navigate work zones in your area. Check 511wi.gov or download the free 511 app to see current road work, closures, detours, and camera views on your route. Wherever your travels take you, know before you go with 511wi.gov. That's 511wi.gov. And remember, know before you go. Always park the phone while driving. Sponsored by the Wisconsin DOT.
The Milwaukee Auto Show is back, reimagined and ready to roll into its new location. Discover the newest cars, trucks, SUVs, and hybrids from more than 25 brands. Plus, test drive several new models right at the show. Don't miss the luxury vehicles, classics, and more. Bring the family. Invite your friends. There's something for everyone at the Milwaukee Auto Show. The 14th through the 17th at the Wisconsin State Fair Park Expo Center with discounted parking. Get tickets at autoshowmilwaukee.com.
I didn't want my kids spending their weekends fixing my gutters or worrying if I was okay. Hi, this is Arvid. At Capri Communities, I have new friends, fun activities, and a safe, maintenance-free home. My children get peace of mind, and I get to enjoy life to the fullest. It's the best gift I could give them and myself.
Give the care that has your parent enjoying life again at Capri Communities. Get started today at capricommunities.com.
Sponsored by Accunet Mortgage.
Get your rock-solid pre-approval or a no-pressure refi checkup by clicking on the blue button at Accunet.com. That's ACCUNET.com.
Traffic and then weather. Debbie Lazica, how are the roads right now?
Well, they're backed up. On southbound 41, we've got delays from Appleton Avenue all the way past an accident scene at Hampton down to Capitol Drive. Northbound slowing down from Mayfair Road up to Hampton. We've also got southbound 43 backing up from just about Locust down through the Marquette and over the high-rise bridge to Lincoln. And then on westbound 94, delays from just west of 27th Street to Hawley Road. Eastbound slowing down from about 68th Street all the way to about 35th Street. I'm Debbie Laziga with your WTMJ Time Saver Traffic.
Your WTMJ 5-day forecast is brought to you by Infinity Exteriors, your local experts for roofing, siding, and window projects. Your WTMJ 5-day forecast: showers and storms come to an end tonight, a low of 49. Cloudy tomorrow, a high of 62. Partly cloudy Wednesday, a high of 55. Partly cloudy Thursday, a high of 51. Then you could see the sun again, mostly sunny for your Friday, a high of 50 degrees. Right now in Milwaukee, it's cloudy and 52 degrees. This is super special. You are cordially invited. Pours for a Purpose. It returns May 2nd with Derby-themed celebrations supporting children's and families. St. Francis Children's Center making a final call for the community to secure their tickets. And I have with me right now one of our parents, Adam Creets and Cornelius Holt, Director of Marketing and Development of St. Francis Children's Center. Gentlemen, thank you for joining me.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks for having us.
So can you tell me, Adam, what does this mean to you and your family, St. Francis Children's Center?
Yeah, it means a lot. We started right at an infant level. We've been a part of the St. Francis family from the get-go. We have one daughter, Fiona, and she is a handful. And so it's really nice to have an extended part of caretakers that St. Francis provides. And we've been so comfortable with everyone that we've ever interacted with in that space. And it's been a real treat. So
what have they done for your daughter?
The things that really kind of stand out are, I think anyone can kind of take care of a good kid, but when you have a kid that may not always be, having a great day or ultimately, maybe has gotten hurt on the playground, we get constant communications. We feel like we're there right when we walk in the door. People greet us. People say hi to our daughter. We walk down the hallway. Everybody says hello. It's really awesome. It really is on the way in. It's on the way out. So for us, it's a very comfortable space. And because we don't have a really in-depth extended network for ourselves, this is our extended network. So we truly rely on everyone that we've ever interacted with, from the teacher level to the director level. And it's been a wonderful experience for our entire family.
Cornelius, what do you like about working where you are and for our community?
I love hearing stories like that, and thanks for sharing all that, Adam. That's who we are. We want to be an extension of the family and wrap around with the services we do. So his daughter attends our early childhood education center, which is key in working with kids and really being then for them. And then we have other programs that we work on behalf of Milwaukee County throughout the city. So this Pours for Purpose event goes to support all that so that we can keep our staff retain them, support the programs that we're doing. We built a new classroom last year. All of that goes to support everything that we do. And having great parents like this come in and speak on that warms my heart.
I have a question for both Cornelius and Adam. And Cornelius, I'll start with you. What impact do you see having these fundraisers do for the family? And Adam, I'm going to have you back that up with how does that make you feel to go and be a part of something in terms of a celebration, and it differs from all the other times you're at the hospital? But Cornelius, I'll start with you and the impact it has on families to come and do something other than their normal routine of what they would do when they're at the hospital.
Absolutely. So again, our center is an early childhood education center where we work with children 0 to 5. We provide some other programs on behalf of Milwaukee County and early intervention with children with special needs. One is called Birth at 3, and the other one is called CLTS, which is Children's Long-Term Support. We also have an outpatient therapy clinic at our center too. So the real concept behind creating this family is bringing neurotypical kids with maybe a child that has some challenges and seeing how everybody learns together and treating them all the same. These funds from this particular event go to support all those programs. So not just what we do in the city, but what we're doing here at our ECE at our school too as well.
Yeah, hopefully we're not at the hospital the entire time.
Yeah.
Yeah, the child care portion of it I can speak to. But no, these events, again, we participate as a family, right? I think we enjoy when we see it come through our email that there's something happening, right? It's a community event, so we are looking to obviously always schedule something with our family, and have our daughter who has friends there and recognizes her teachers. So for us, those are important, extensions of the normal day to day. So for us, this is always a sought after event for us, and we've participated in the picnics as well as I think there was an ice cream deal one time. But yeah, we really take advantage of the full scope of it. So it's more fun.
Pours for a Purpose. It's happening Saturday, May 2nd. If you text POUR, P-O-U-R, POUR, to 855-616-1620, it'll take you right to where you can get tickets. POUR to 855-616-1620, P-O-U-R. And the best part, I'll end this with you gentlemen, is that it's hosted on site. And it's Derby themed, of course, not going to bury that lead. And guests can also explore the classrooms, the therapy spaces, the program areas for more than 1,500 children and families that you serve every year.
Yeah, that's really the great thing about it. So this is our 33rd annual year, and the whole idea is to get people to come in and see where we're doing the work. So as Adam is, talking about this great community, and he's picking up his daughter, and everyone's speaking to them, you get to come into the classroom and see what the kids are working on. I'd like to point out that we're more than just a daycare, but we're a child care center. So these kids, we're helping them prepare for moving forward into their next schooling in their future. So Adam is a great member of the family. Want to shout them out. Home stretch. They've been great supporters of ours. And again, love hearing stories like that, about his experience and his family's experience.
His daughter is going to be my boss someday. That's what's gonna
well, she's
happen.
already my boss, so.
Yes.
Training
Get in
already.
He is one of our parents with St. Francis Children's Center doing this fundraiser, and he's bringing light to it. Adam Crete and Cornelius Holt, Director of Marketing and Development for St. Francis Children's Center. Gentlemen, thank you for joining us.
Thanks again.
Thank you
Thanks
so
for having
much.
us.
Text POUR, P-O-U-R, to 855-616-1620.
WTMJ, W277CV, and WKTI HD2 Milwaukee from the Annex Wealth Management Studios. This is News Radio WTMJ, a good karma brand station.
Hey, John Mercure here for Griffin's Hub Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, Ram in Milwaukee. A great car buying experience. Big news. Check this out. The Hemi V8 is back in the 2026 Ram 1500. You can get it right now at Griffin's Hub, right now with lots of selections. If you love power, performance, and capability, you got to check this out. They've also got 130 pre-owned vehicles with prices starting around $69.95. There's something for every budget. They're going to work hard to put you in the vehicle that you need and that you deserve. Need versatility? How about the Chrysler Pacifica with available all-wheel drive, perfect for Wisconsin roads and all the different seasons. They've got Spanish-speaking staff ready to help. Se habla español at Griffin. Plus, they'll buy your current vehicle fast and easy, pay you top buck, and the service department is top tier. Recall work, oil change, everything in between. Griffin's Hub on South 27th Street, selection, value, and service, all in one place.
At Blaine's Farm and Fleet, we know you do things your way. So why shop the same retail giants as everyone else when you can easily find the products you need and trust at unbeatable farm and fleet prices? Save $10 on Gordon's 2.5-gallon liquid weed and feed or Trimet concentrate. 15% off assorted Rust-Oleum Stops Rust paint. And Balin utility gates, buy one, get one half price. Find value on the things you value. Blaine's Farm and Fleet. Be an original.
After a crash with a semi-truck, everything can change instantly. At Gruber Law Offices, we have the knowledge and experience to make sure you're protected. And we're here to help whenever you need us. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
Traffic is sponsored by Burghardt Sporting Goods, the Midwest's best baseball and softball training facility and retail center. Burghardt Sporting Goods. Visit them today in New Berlin.
Trusted, relevant, locally owned, locally programmed. We are Wisconsin's radio station. News Radio 620, WTMJ Milwaukee.
It is 5 o'clock. I'm Julia Fellow. This is Wisconsin's Afternoon News for Monday, April 27th. Your top story, a teen homicide suspect mistakenly released, then arrested again.
I'm Telly Hughes in for John McCure. A special electric rate for data centers gets approval.
I'm Debbie Lazaga. Southbound on 43. We've got delays now from Locust down through the Marquette interchange and over the high rise. You're back on the brakes from Beecher Street down past the KK River crossing. Westbound 94 backing up from about 30th Street to Hawley Road. Eastbound is slowing down from 70th Street to 35th. And then on southbound 41, you got backups from Appleton Avenue past an accident scene at Hampton, off on the left shoulder, and that stays heavy all the way to Capitol Drive. I'm Debbie Lazago with your WTMJ Time Saver Traffic.
Scattered storms tonight, some strong. The storms end by midnight. A low of 52. Tomorrow, partly cloudy, a high of 60 degrees. From the WTMJ Breaking News Center, a teenager arrested in a deadly Milwaukee shooting has been rearrested after he was mistakenly released on accident over the weekend.
The 14-year-old boy was allegedly involved in the murder of 35-year-old David Krause. Krause was out celebrating 414 Day when he was shot and killed near 1st Street and Greenfield Avenue. Police say the incident was an attempted robbery and 3 teens were arrested. A spokesperson from Milwaukee County says he was taken back into custody Monday morning and, quote, the circumstances of the release are being investigated. Police are still seeking additional suspects. Elizabeth Linton in WTMJ News.
State regulators approve a plan that holds hyperscale data centers accountable for energy costs.
The Public Service Commission made several major changes to We Energy's proposal. Data centers must pay the full costs of new natural gas plants needed to power them. And the eligibility threshold for a very large customer rate is just 100 megawatts instead of 500. The commission also lengthened service agreement requirements from 10 years to 15. Commissioner Christy Nieto.
The decisions we're making here today will not be limited to this docket. They will shape future proceedings, future investments, and the trajectory of the utility system itself.
Jessica Gatso, WTMJ News.
Decision Wisconsin. The race for Congress gets a candidate from Milwaukee.
Peter Brigillis announced Sunday he's running in Wisconsin's 1st congressional district. Brigillis says rising costs for things like groceries and housing are driving his campaign, and he's promising to better connect with voters. He'll challenge incumbent Republican Representative Brian Stile. Stile responded by criticizing Brigillis, saying he doesn't live in the district and pointing to past votes on local taxes. The midterm elections are later this year on November 3rd. Nazir Spencer, WTMJ News.
The White House Correspondent's dinner attack suspect has been charged. 31-year-old Cole Allen from California faces 3 felonies, including attempted assassination of the president. ABC Chief Washington Correspondent Jonathan Carl.
The suspect, Cole Allen, reserved that hotel room on April 6th, about a month after it was announced publicly that Donald Trump intended to go to the White House Correspondents' dinner. The suggestion being that this was long premeditated. The reservation was made.
Allen is believed to have fired 1 round from his 12-gauge pump-action shotgun.
The driver involved in a Green Bay bus crash that injured dozens just pled not guilty. 37-year-old Gabri Figueroa faces multiple felony charges tied to the crash last month, which left more than 40 people hurt after a tour bus went off an exit ramp and down an embankment. He previously told investigators the brakes in the bus weren't working before the crash. Figueroa was driving without a license, according to prosecutors, after it was revoked in 2017. He's due back in court in July.
A Madison High School basketball team is being recognized after helping a school community heal from tragedy. The Abundant Life Christian School boys team received a Spirit of Sport Award at the Wisconsin Interscholastic Athletic Association's annual meeting. Stephanie Hughes with Dairy Farms of Wisconsin introduced the award.
In the face of this unimaginable tragedy, the students, coaches, and families of Abundant Life Christian High School showed incredible strength, unity, and faith. They leaned on one another and through athletics found a path toward healing and connection.
The school shooting happened in December of 2024, and just weeks later, the team was back on the court by early January.
Milwaukee's airport is rolling out a new tool for travelers who are deaf or hard of hearing. The IRA app connects deaf and hard of hearing passengers with a live ASL interpreter on demand. Andre Grau, the director of engagement with ASL, told WTMJ through his interpreter.
We wanted to emphasize that this is not only about providing access for travelers, but also it's an amazing opportunity for deaf people who want to work at the airport. They will have the opportunity to work anywhere. For example, the bookstore behind me. They'll have access to this app, and they would be able to have real-time accessibility within their workplace.
Milwaukee is the first airport in our state to offer this service for free.
Coming up, the Packers end up with 6 draft picks.
Outdoor Living Unlimited WTMJ News Time, 5:06.
When the call comes in, first responders do not hesitate. They act with courage, discipline, and purpose. It's a mindset built on training, trust, and a commitment to something bigger than themselves. At Mission 94 Firearms Education Center, the same mindset drives everything they do. As a veteran-owned organization, Mission 94 is built on respect for those who serve and protect our communities every single day. Through immersive training, state-of-the-art facilities, and world-class instruction, they help everyday individuals build confidence, awareness, and readiness. Just Google Mission 94.
Do you know the definition of insanity? Why keep putting asphalt shingles on to go through the pain of hail damage, insurance claims, and storm chasers? Let's do it once and do it right with metal roofing from Abbey Home. We've all made bad decisions, but as long as we learn from it, it won't cost us twice. Choose a stone-coated metal roof this time. Right now, get 20% off all metal roofing. And if somebody asks you if you know a guy in the business, you can say no, but I know a girl. Go to abbeyhome.com today. Or give us a call, 414-436-ABBY. That's 414-436-2229.
Welcome back to Ask Hasselus. I'm Weston. What's your question?
Give me an extra large deep dish with sausage and green peppers.
Sir, this is Hasselus Mattress.
Throw in some breadsticks, too.
We don't have breadsticks.
Oh, well, give me some of them mozzarella sticks then.
We don't sell pizza. We sell mattresses from Sealy Posturepedic, Beauty Rest, and more for way less.
I think I've got a coupon somewhere.
You won't need a coupon for these everyday deals. Others sell a Beauty Sleep by Beauty Rest Queen Elm Cove A mattress for $1,459, but Hasselus has it for just $794.
Running any specials?
Yes. Through Monday, get an additional $248 off your new Beauty Rest or Sealy Posturepedic mattress just for shopping local.
Do you deliver?
Free next day delivery and haul away of your old mattress.
Great. Step on it, will you? I'm really hungry.
Open 9 to 9. Find an employee-free showroom near you at Hasselus.com.
Time for a WTMJ Sports update from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All Sports Desk. The Brewers salvaged the final game of a 3-game series against the Pirates with a 5-0 win. The homestand continues tomorrow night against the Arizona Diamondbacks. And the Packers make 6 selections in the NFL Draft, their fewest total since 2004, Packers general manager Brian Gutekunst.
I didn't think the opportunities to move back and add picks meant a lot of sense for us. And the times that we moved up, I thought it did. So I think it was just a unique year that way. But I do feel like we did some things with our roster that's given me some peace.
Following the draft, the Packers have reportedly signed 11 undrafted free agents. All rookies are expected to gather in Green Bay for a rookie minicamp in early May.
Outdoor Living Unlimited, WTMJ News Time, 5:09.
Amazon Business. With smart business buying, innovative AI tools optimize your purchasing experience, paired with delivery options built for business. Learn more at amazonbusiness.com.
MW Marine. Fishing season kicks off this weekend. Are you ready to hit the water? Stop into MW Marine and check out the brand new 2026 Lund, Ranger, and Vexus boats, all powered by Mercury Outboards. Start your boat shopping now and lock in a great deal so you're ready when summer hits. MW Marine takes trades, offers full boat service, plus outdoor storage to keep your rig in top shape. Call now to schedule a private appointment or stop in today. MW Marine.
Wisconsin's afternoon news is on the air. Broadcasting live from the Annex Wealth Management Studios in beautiful downtown Milwaukee. Here are your hosts, Julia Fellow, and in for John McCure, it's Telly Hughes.
There's a statement released by Milwaukee's mayor to be careful out there across our city for, some branches maybe even more weakened because we had 70-plus mile-an-hour winds. WTMJ's Adam Roberts was out there. Adam, what did you see in River West?
Oh, it was something I haven't seen in quite some time. So we've had a busy month rather, of severe weather. But by and large, the amount of wind damage just neighborhood-wide. So this is where I live in the city of Milwaukee. So I know that River West is a very big neighborhood, especially north to south. And it's neighborhood-wide. There are not just your typical twigs and branches down blocking some parts of roads. We're talking full 100 maybe year old plus trees uprooted, sent over, and in some cases, as I saw with some of the pictures that I was able to send in, trees landing on people's vehicles, some of them just splitting the gap between two tightly contained homes together and somehow able to just go right down the middle, and sidewalks uprooted as well. So you mentioned these winds that just seem to come out of nowhere this afternoon, topping 75 miles per hour. I spoke with David, who lives on Booth Street, and one of the pictures that I was able to capture shows not one, but two of his vehicles destroyed by this fallen tree. He said he was sleeping at the time when he heard the noise, and maybe in the grogginess of just waking up, assumed that maybe some teens were shooting off firecrackers or something that made sort of the popping sound.
My sister's like, no, a tree fell. I think the fence fell right here. I was like, what are you talking about? She's like, yeah, let's go check. We run out, and I'm like, what the my truck? I was asleep.
So palpable frustration as David's now dealt with not one but two vehicles hit by this one singular tree. And meanwhile, as you mentioned, the mayor says it's an ongoing operation. I saw multiple We Energies trucks tending to multiple trees and wires that were hit. The other fascinating thing about this, Julie and Telly, is it's all largely within the city of Milwaukee. There's some other scattered ones across municipalities, but the vast bulk of these outages and these big down trees are right here in the city.
And you said that earlier in the day you were at Jones Island, and did you notice anything?
So at that point, it was all just steady rain, but absolutely no wind. And I think at one point when I came back in here, we very briefly here in our downtown studios had just a very, very slight flicker, just a slight flicker of the lights. That was indicating like, oh, maybe something actually is going on. And then we started seeing the videos come in of things just whipping around all over the place.
So you said there were a lot of mature trees down, Adam. Did this look more like a scene of a aftermath of a tornado than just high winds?
I don't think so, because of just how spread out everything was. Typically with the tornado damage, you just see that straight line. And there may be down branches elsewhere, but a tornado just has that straight, it was in this path and you can clearly tell.
Yeah.
Versus this, and we're seeing other reports, it's not just the River West area where I was, but north side, south side, east side. There was a massive tree down on Kenilworth Place. So this is citywide as opposed to just an isolated area.
Yeah.
And you can see in some of the photos, if you text WATCH to our setting limited talk and text line, 855-616-1620, WATCH, 855-616-1620. Some of these trees are actually completely blocking the entire road. It grows across the entire road. That's how huge these trees are. Adam, do you think that it might be because there was so much rain?
100%.
Yeah, because what you were talking about, what Telly was asking, usually it's like sheared off kind of branches, but this looks like it came up from the root.
Absolutely. And as we mentioned, it has been a month of rain, the rainiest April on record. So already the ground's super saturated. Then we had the rain come through earlier this afternoon. And then as Craig Coplien, our meteorologist, was explaining after I got off with you guys on the air earlier this last hour, then all of a sudden the wind comes through and it's just a prime perfect storm, pardon the pun, for this situation we're seeing.
Wow. WTMJ's Adam Roberts. Adam, incredible, incredible images.
Hey, Wisconsin, it's construction season, and the Wisconsin DOT wants to help you safely navigate work zones in your area. Check 511wi.gov or download the free 511 app to see current road work, closures, detours, and camera views on your route. Wherever your travels take you, know before you go with 511wi.gov. That's 511wi.gov. And remember, know before you go. Always park the phone while driving. Sponsored by the Wisconsin DOT.
WTMJ's Julia Fellow here for Fox World Travel. I hope that you come with me on this incredible trip, the British Crown Experience. I have been obsessed with the royals probably since I can remember. Princess Diana. I said this in the room when I was at Fox World Travel talking to some of the people who are going to be going on the trip. They all went, oh, yes. Kate Middleton, man, she is the lady of my generation. I just love everything about it. The history, the traditions, the secrets, all behind those palace walls. Now imagine this. You're standing in London with me, watching the changing of the guard in person. You step inside Buckingham Palace, come face to face with the crown jewels. Later, you're sitting down for a proper afternoon high tea with those finger sandwiches, soaking in it all. That is everything we are doing on the British Crown Experience with Fox World Travel and Insight Vacations. We're not just visiting England, we're stepping into its story. I worked with Rose Gray. She hosts Fox World Travel every Saturday. She is going to be our Fox host on this. She has intricate plans. It's a course of 11 days. We're going to Oxford's centuries-old halls, standing in awe at Stonehenge, experience royal history as it actually happened, going to Windsor, York, Bath, and more. And there's free time. So I hope that you come with me. Here's the thing. Opportunities like these, trips like these, don't come around very often, and spots are going quickly, which I'm happy about, but I hope you come as well. So if this has ever been on your bucket list, don't wait. Visit foxworldtravel.com, foxworldtravel.com, and then you can click on the British Crown Experience or call 866-GO-FOX-GO. That's 866-GO-FOX-GO right now to reserve your spot. Because this isn't just a
Are you
vacation.
hosting an event launch?
It's your chance to live the royal experience, and I would love for you to be a part of it.
MJ Experience Wisconsin Show. Share your story, promote your event or business, and connect with fans all across the state. I'm John Merkier. I'd love to interview you. We reach listeners from Milwaukee to Madison, Green Bay to La Crosse, everywhere in between. It's Experience Wisconsin. Ready to shine a spotlight on your business or company? Email me, john@wtmj.com for more information. john@wtmj.com.
Traffic is sponsored by TaybackAttorneys.com. Hurt at work? Call Tayback for the payback. An injury at work may leave you eligible for compensation benefits, including lost wages, coverage of medical bills, or a cash settlement. Call Tayback for the payback. TaybackAttorneys.com.
Traffic and then weather. Debbie Lazaga, how are the roads?
Well, we got some delays along northbound 41 from Mayfair Road all the way up to about Capitol Drive. Looks like right at North Avenue, we do have a crash off on the right shoulder, too, so keep that in mind. Southbound still heavy from Hampton down past Capitol Drive. Westbound 94, a little bit backed up, 27th Street to Hawley Road. The eastbound side's backed up from about Hawley Road to about 35th Street. And then southbound 43, we're seeing delays past Fond du Lac Avenue all the way down to the KK River. I'm Debbie Lazaga with your WTMJ Time Saver Traffic.
Here is your WTMJ 5-day forecast. Tonight, there's scattered storms. It should clear out by midnight. The low will be 49 degrees. Tomorrow, cloudy, a high of 62 degrees. Wednesday, partly cloudy, a high of 55. Thursday, cloudy, a high of 51 degrees. Really nice for your Friday. Mostly sunny, a high of 50 degrees. Right now in Milwaukee, it's 52 degrees and cloudy. 5:19 on WTMJ. I was just talking about the royal trip. Telly, you know I'm obsessed with the Royals, right?
I've heard.
Okay. Just a little bit.
Just a tad.
So, despite everything that was going on this weekend with the shooting situation at the White House Correspondents' Dinner, the King and Queen, King Charles and Queen Camilla, still arrived in the U.S. on their royal plane. See that right here? Isn't that cool?
That is cool.
Okay, so the king always looks very dapper. I said in the commercial break, I'm a Princess Diana fan. Camilla was in a light pink dress. She actually looked halfway decent. The other woman. But what was really cool, as part of this royal visit, if you don't know anything about King Charles, he is a big environmentalist. He was talking about that before it was even in vogue when he became Prince of Wales. Mm-hmm. So take a look at this. If you text, Nate, do you have that? Do you have the little White House beehive? Yes, he's got the thumbs up. If you text WATCH to 855-616-1620, WATCH to our Citing Unlimited Talk and Text line, as part of the royal visit, the president is showing off the White House bees. And look at the bee house. Tell the listeners what they're seeing.
Oh, wow. I can barely see it. So it's the White House. What is that again?
That's where the bees are, the White House bees. That's their beehive.
What?
Yes. It's a model White House. Isn't that fun?
Oh my God.
I would flip. Isn't that amazing? There's no East Wing, obviously, or West Wing for that matter. So we don't have to worry about talking about that. And do you see little bees fluttering around?
That is something.
So I think that's super cool.
Wow.
The president has been infatuated with the royals for a very long time. I'm not going to go any further with that, with what he said in the past about Princess Diana. But, I mean, who didn't want to date her? Come on. I would date her.
And he has had a relationship with King Charles's brother, right? The one that's in exile.
Oh, Prince Andrew?
Yeah. He's no longer Prince now. They just gave him like a regular name. He's like Andrew Jones or something. Like
Andrew Mountbatten.
Yeah.
Windsor.
Like they strip you of everything.
As he should have been. Yeah, we don't talk about everybody's.
we don't
talk about that. We're going to York, by the way. He's no longer the Duke of York on my royal trip. Because York was. Why would you want the Duke of York to be named after? Like you live in Wauwatosa. Do you want the Duke of Wauwatosa to be Prince Andrew?
Yeah,
I don't think so.
No, you do. And so he's in exile. He just, like, no one talks about him. No one,
He's in exile, living the life.
Right. I thought, didn't King Charles give him, like, one of his homes or something? And
he lost Royal Lodge. Royal Lodge is huge. He's kicked to the curb out of Royal Lodge, as he should be.
So he just had to stay in a regular mansion now, most likely. Yeah.
Exactly.
Boy, poor Andrew.
One more cool thing about when you become king or queen. Do you see this right here? There's a little insignia of King Charles. It has his crown. You know, whenever he sends letters, there's a C for Charles and an R and then the third. So he's King Charles III. But if you're wondering what the R means, it's Rex, which is Latin for king. It signifies his ascension to the throne back in 2022. Isn't that fun?
And so does the new king get that, or that is permanent where every king is?
So basically, let's say there was a King Tully, okay? You would have your crown, and then it would be T.
Yeah, so
and
I'll
an
get
R.
my own little deal. Okay.
Yeah, and you wouldn't have anything in the middle. You'd probably be the original Tully.
Yeah, I think I would.
What other King Tully would there be but you? Anyways. And also, you see how there's the American flag right here? And do you notice that is not the British flag right here?
Yeah, why is that?
That's the royal flag.
Oh,
yes.
They have their own flag.
They do. So when Princess Diana, when she was killed in that tunnel accident in France, when her body was brought back to the UK, it was going to be draped with the United Kingdom flag, but they decided to drape it with the
their
British
own flag,
royal family flag,
wow.
And it was a big symbol. The more you know.
Oh my God! Look, I can go on and on with you. It seems like you have a wealth of knowledge about the royals.
Okay, so when I go on this royal tour,
I can't even imagine. I hope you have a lot of space on your phone, because that's don't run out of space to take pictures and videos.
I'm gonna need so many tissues. You know what? I'm probably gonna bring my beautiful little lace one that I have with my initials on it that I had for my wedding. My man of honor, Todd, he was using it for a second. He got all his makeup all over my little tissue thing.
Wait a minute. How did Todd have makeup on, though?
He's my man of honor. I told you think that I'm going to have my man of honor not look good on my wedding day?
Oh, your man of honor had to wear makeup?
He loved it. It's 5:25 on WTMJ. Okay. Should we look at the markets? Yes. Time for your WTMJ Annex Wealth Management Market Update. Everything was pretty much even. The Dow was down maybe 0.1% on the day, down 62, ending at 49,167. NASDAQ was up 50, ending at 24,887. S&P 500 up 8, ending at 7,173. Annex Wealth Management. Know the difference.
Accunet Mortgage is an equal housing lender. NMLS ID 255368.
This is Brian Wickert here with my son David, Accunet's president and maestro of metaphor. What do you have for us today?
Dad, buying a home is a lot like having a baby. And it turns out that in today's extra competitive market, getting real estate pregnant with your offer accepted is the hardest part. So along with your agent, your AccuNet loan consultant will do everything possible to get your real estate bun in the oven.
Yep, we can definitely help buyers make their offers more competitive. Okay, so once you've made the real estate baby, so to speak, what else do buyers and their agents want?
As a son, now this is getting gross and I regret the metaphor. But the next thing everyone wants are regular checkups and an on-time delivery. That's where AccuNet really shines, with proactive weekly updates to reassure the sometimes nervous homeowners-to-be that everything's okay and on track.
It all starts with a rock-solid guaranteed pre-approval, and our home buying clinic is always open. Just click on the blue button at AccuNet.com to get started. That's ACCUNET.com.
Penny Mustard is proud to introduce the latest innovation in home furnishings, presenting the single-seat mini sofa.
What are you talking about?
Look right there.
That's not a single-seat sofa.
It has fabric, doesn't it?
Yes.
And it's plush, right?
Sure.
And you sit on it.
Obviously.
So you tell me what that is.
It's Penny Mustard's new line of upholstered dining chairs.
Huh?
It's like something you'd see in a fancy 5-star restaurant.
But they don't look like dining chairs.
Precisely. These unique chairs take your dining experience to a whole new level.
Our upholstered dining chairs are functional, comfortable, and oh so stylish.
They are, without a doubt, the finest dining chairs masquerading as single-seat mini sofas you'll ever see.
Can't argue with that.
The new upholstered dining chair collection, American-made with solid wood and your choice of fabric or leather, starting at $9.16 at Penny Mustard.
Showrooms in Milwaukee and Chicago.
PennyMustard.com.
Better versions of what people want.
Penny Mustard Furnishing.
Oh boy, it's getting so expensive to dine out, but not at the Mind Chef restaurant in Hartford. WTMJ's John Mercure here. The Mind Chef is family owned, understands inflation hurts. Every Monday when you buy one pizza, you get a second pizza absolutely free. Any size, any quantity. You buy one, get one free. Buy two, get two free. Buy 10 pizzas, get 10 free pizzas. Business owners, managers, bring in pizza for your hardworking employees and your key clients. They're going to love it because it's delicious pizza and your second pizza's free, saving your company a ton of money. Bring your family in today for free pizza. Your kids will love that world-class game room. The Mine Shaft in beautiful downtown Hartford and near EAA in Oshkosh, just off the interstate. Lots of seating, lots of close parking. No need to cook. Don't think about cleaning today. Mondays can be tough enough. Buy one pizza, get one free at the Mine Shaft. Plenty to take home for tomorrow. Desserts, and I love their desserts, are also buy one, get one free. Just walk in today for your free Monday pizza. MineshaftRestaurant.com.
Lake Geneva is the Midwest's premier golf destination, featuring breathtaking views, crystal clear lakes, and rolling fairways. Treat yourself to an all-inclusive golf getaway with courses designed for all skill levels, luxurious lodging, distinctive dining, and a relaxing spa. Plan a Lake Geneva group golf outing, a corporate event, or a weekend getaway with friends or family. Their pros will help you plan a memorable golf experience. For info on courses and more, visit lakegeneva.com today. Lake Geneva, it's always been the place for legendary golf.
Wisconsin weather doesn't ease into spring. It keeps you guessing. That's why your windows and doors need to handle everything. At Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, we build for year-round comfort. Now get 0% interest until 2030. That's years of no interest, so you can upgrade now and pay over time. Plus, enjoy a free in-home consultation, expert installation, and a 10-year limited warranty. But order by April 30th. Schedule today at PellaWI.com.
Tyson's is thanking farmers everywhere with month-long farm deals. Your hard work doesn't go unnoticed. Shop these great deals now through April 28th. Big savings on all your farm essentials from brands like Tartar, Zariba, Nutrina, Kalmbach, AgriFab, and more to keep your farm running smooth. Save $900 on a Tartar 6-foot rotary tiller and save $300 on a Tartar squeeze chute or sweep system. Shop these deals and more at your local Tyson store or online at Tysons.com. Now through April 28th.
We Energies want you to keep this important safety message in mind. Before you start digging, planting, or landscaping on your property, call 811 to have underground utilities marked. Calling 811 at least 3 business days before you plan to dig will help you know what's below and can prevent a hazardous situation. Our representatives will mark the underground utilities on your property for free. So remember, stay safe and call before you dig.
We Energies. People you can trust. Energy you can depend on.
Traffic is sponsored by Mission 94 Firearms Education Center. Just Google Mission 94.
From those with no experience to firearms enthusiasts, all are welcome at Mission 94 Firearms Education Center. Learn the right way to handle firearms. Just Google Mission 94.
Wisconsin's afternoon news on Wisconsin's radio station, News Radio WTMJ.
I'm Julia Fellow. Your top story this half hour. Sudden high winds wreak havoc in Milwaukee.
I'm Telly Hughes. An offer to reopen the Strait of Hormuz.
I'm Debbie Lazaga, and not too bad out there. We've got a couple of accidents, but nothing major. Southbound 41 at Hampton, left shoulder's blocked right now with a crash. So we do have delays coming in from about Hampton down past Capitol Drive. And on the northbound side, we've got one at North Avenue. The right shoulder is blocked with that one, a little bit backed up from about North Avenue all the way up to Capitol as well. Southbound 43 backing up just before Fond du Lac Avenue down towards the KK River crossing. The northbound side just a little bit slow from about Kilbourne up to North Avenue. And then east and westbound 94 has been behaving really well today considering it's just through the construction zone. So from 27th Street to Hawley Road on the westbound side, from Hawley Road to 35th on the eastbound side. I'm Debbie Lazaga with your WTMJ Time Saver Traffic.
Scattered storms tonight, some strong. They end by midnight, a low of 52. Tomorrow, partly cloudy, a high of 60 degrees. From the WTMJ Breaking News Center, a sudden, unexpected burst of very strong winds left tens of thousands in southeast Wisconsin without power and others cleaning up the damage.
Milwaukee's River West neighborhood was hit particularly hard early Monday afternoon, with more than half a dozen trees falling over, uprooting sidewalks and damaging property in the process. David says he was asleep when a tree fell on both of his vehicles parked on Booth Street.
My sister's like, a tree fell. I think the fence fell right here. Let's go check. We run out, and I'm like, what the my truck?
Max winds over 75 miles per hour and already saturated ground are being blamed, with more rain possible this evening. Adam Roberts, WTMJ News.
An offer from Iran today to open the Strait of Hormuz if the U.S. will end its blockade. White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt.
The proposal was being discussed. I don't want to get ahead of the president or his national security team. What I will reiterate is that the president's red lines with respect to Iran have been made very, very clear, not just to the American public, but also to them as well.
Over the weekend, the president chose not to send his envoys to talk with the Iranian foreign minister in Pakistan. Leaders there are still working to bring the two sides together, but say the latest proposal doesn't address Iran's nuclear program at all.
Another street takeover is under investigation in our city, this time in the Bayview neighborhood.
A large gathering of people and cars converged near Kinnickinnick and Lincoln in the early morning hours Sunday. Alderwoman Marina Dmitrievich says it lasted about 30 minutes, and the group dispersed as soon as officers arrived. Police confirm there were fireworks set off, but they found no evidence of gunfire. The Milwaukee Fire Department is also investigating the takeover to see if there is any connection to a house fire nearby. Jessica Gatso, WTMJ News.
Islamic Society of Milwaukee President Salah Sarsour remains optimistic as he's being held by Immigration and Customs Enforcement. Sarsour has been detained in the Clay County Jail in Indiana for the last month. Congresswoman Gwen Moore visited him on Friday with concerns for his health.
Mr. Sarsour was very concerned about his mother. He is her primary caretaker. He was in good spirits, except for the discussion about his mother, where he appeared to be very, very concerned.
Moore says Sarsour appears thinner but had no other major concerns. Sarsour has an immigration hearing today.
Madison schools will be closed Friday because of unexpected staff shortages. District leaders say many employees plan to take part in a Day Without Immigrants event, raising concerns about student supervision. There will be no after-school care, but activities and athletics will continue. Students will not have to make up the missed day.
Marcus Sedberry is still settling in as the interim athletic director for Wisconsin after the surprise departure of Chris McIntosh earlier this month. With the university losing its athletic director and chancellor in just a few months span, Sedberry says he hopes to provide some stability in his new role.
I think there's been a lot of really good things that have happened, a lot of successes. Also areas we all know that
we want to get better, and I'm committed to, for as long as I'm in the role, helping us move forward in those different ways, and excited about the opportunities that exist before us.
Sedberry has been with the UW Athletic Department since 2022.
Drivers will need to watch out for a traffic switch on I-41 this week. Debbie Loziga has the details.
As work continues on I-41, watch for changes between Burleigh and Good Hope Road. The DOT's Eric Hansen says,
This project is scheduled to have a traffic switch. It will include long-term lane closures for both northbound and southbound I-41.
the change moves northbound traffic onto the southbound side.
There are 2 long-term ramp closures that will occur as well. The northbound exit to Appleton Avenue, as well as the Capitol Drive entrance ramp to I-41 southbound.
The Capitol Drive ramp should reopen by late July, while the Appleton exit stays closed through the fall. Debbie Loziga, WTMJ News.
An annual river cleanup in Milwaukee sets a Guinness World Record. Over 2,000 volunteers participated in the Milwaukee River River Keeper Spring Cleanup on Saturday. They collected over 100,000 pounds of trash across dozens of locations along the Milwaukee, Menominee, and Kinnickinnick rivers. The cleanup has already been surpassing the world record for years, but never had it officially certified until now.
A popular Netflix show just featured a product designed right here in Milwaukee.
The founder of Lost Files thought it was a scam at first. Esteban Longoria got an email asking if the hit show Beef could feature a tote bag his company created.
It's crazy because this is a bag that we designed years ago, probably like 3 years ago at this point, and we give this bag away free with every purchase, essentially.
It's a recycled canvas tote with their popular cabin scene logo. The show couldn't tell him exactly how they would use the tote, so he was shocked when he watched season 2.
I was expecting it just to be in like the background of an episode or two, but it ended up being used by one of the main characters as her like work bag.
Jessica Ty, WTMJ News.
Time for a WTMJ Sports Update from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All Sports Desk. The Packers entered the NFL Draft with 8 selections and ended up selecting 6 players over the course of 3 days. Packers GM Brian Gutekunst traded 2 7th-round picks to select kicker Trey Smack in the 6th round. The Packers now have 3 kickers on the roster.
What we did to move up to get him, obviously we think very highly of him. We think he has a very good chance to succeed in this league. But we did it with honors as well, So, I mean, it's that's part of this, and we'll kind of see how it goes.
Next up on the NFL's offseason schedule is the release of the regular season schedule in May. The Brewers dropped 2 of 3 to the Pirates, but salvaged the series finale behind 12 strikeouts from starter Cal Harrison. The homestand continues Tuesday night against the Arizona Diamondbacks.
Outdoor Living Unlimited, WTMJ News Time, 5:38.
No matter what business you're in, as the #1 SBA lender in Wisconsin, Summit Credit Union helps your vision take shape with loan programs, great rates, and strategic solutions.
Awarded the #1 SBA lender by the Small Business Administration of Wisconsin in 2025.
Screaming Sicilian, more is amore. Screaming Sicilian, more is amore. Amore, pepperoni, amore, mozzarella, amore. Screaming Sicilian, screaming Sicilian, more.
Screamin' Sicilian frozen pizza. More toppings, more flavor. More is amore.
Take your mother to the magnificent Mother's Day brunch at the historic Fox and Hound Supper Club near Holy Hill. The spring drive through Kettle Moraine Forest is spectacular. Kids and grandkids under 3 eat free. Google, call, and reserve your family table today.
Wisconsin's Afternoon News on WTMJ.
She is meteorologist Lauren Larson. Lauren, how are you doing?
Pretty good. It's a Monday. It's really the only day this week where weather is a big story. So I think it's nice to get it out of the way and then, kind of have a quiet rest of the week.
That's true. What is with the weather in Milwaukee? I mean, everywhere else, I know there are power outages, but the majority are right here in Milwaukee County. And our Adam Roberts went to the River West neighborhood. And my goodness, is it because there was so much rain that it made it, some of these trees just come up by the root?
Yeah, I definitely think the ground being so wet is why these trees were a little bit easier to take down because, like you said, these trees are just massive that we're seeing photos and videos of completely toppled over. But it was an interesting afternoon weather-wise. We had that line of rain move through, so it wasn't thunderstorm force winds that took down these trees. It actually was something called a wake low. So when you think about a boat going through, it leaves a wake behind, right? And that's kind of the same visual with a wake low. Basically, it's a very rapid and extreme drop in pressure, so that kind of the change in pressure brings those strong winds. Usually those are associated with 50 to 60 mile an hour winds, which is what we saw throughout many counties here this afternoon. Then in Milwaukee, we had what was called a microburst. And I know we've talked about that a few times before. That's an even smaller scale thing. And that's where we had those winds over 70 miles an hour. So interesting, obviously frustrating, as they're really hard to forecast. There was no way we could have known that we were going to have those strong winds here this afternoon. And I'm sure super frustrating for everyone who has trees on houses and sheds and cars here across Milwaukee.
Well, we know rain has been the theme so far this month of April, and it seems like we are going to go into May with temperatures below normal. Now, are we, we had a bunch of rain for April. Is May going to be a little cooler? Well, at least going into May. How much longer into May do you think the temperatures will be below average?
Well, they are below average, but really only by like 3 or 4 degrees. We're not talking 20 degrees below normal. It does look like the first half of May is going to be a little bit cooler, at least as we look at the next 14 days. Hopefully that does come with below average precipitation as well, because again, like you mentioned, we're coming off of the wettest April on record in Milwaukee.
All right, take us through our 5-day, Lauren.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we still do have a chance for some strong and severe thunderstorms this evening. The forecast has changed dramatically in the last 24 hours. So the risk for severe weather is really more in southern Illinois and Missouri, which is great for us. We're sitting in a level 1 marginal risk. That is, we shouldn't let our guard down completely, but I am feeling a lot better than I was when I left here last night. So some isolated strong to severe thunderstorms are possible. The good news is they're not going to pop up out of nowhere. I'm seeing those right now in Iowa and western Wisconsin. So you can kind of watch as they get a little bit closer. That being said, again, many of those, or most of those, not going to be severe. If we do have severe thunderstorms, expect some gusty winds and some small hail. Now, even if we don't have severe weather, we are forecasting, again, more rain that we don't need. Most of the area can expect less than an inch of rain with these scattered thunderstorms here this evening. This all clears out by midnight, though. Then tomorrow, we can expect partly cloudy skies, temperatures near 60 degrees. Wednesday, temperatures in the mid-50s with partly cloudy skies. Same story for Thursday. And then we should expect a little bit more sunshine for us on Friday and Saturday.
So happy that you joined us, Lauren Larson. She is with TMJ4 News, our meteorologist. We'll see you at 6 o'clock.
Yes, absolutely. You'll see me at 6.
All right. Watch Channel 4. Check her out. Thanks so much. It's 5:44.
Thanks, guys. Have a good night.
Thanks. It's 5:44 on WTMJ. Your forecast is brought to you by Infinity Exteriors.
Hey, this is Mike from Infinity Exteriors. Buying a roof, siding, or windows can feel overwhelming. Hidden costs, confusing contracts. We don't play that game. We educate you so you can decide. And when you know the facts, Infinity Exteriors is the clear choice. Since 1997, we've installed peace of mind with no surprise upcharges, flexible budgets, and immediate financing. Infinity Exteriors, saving our communities from unscrupulous contractors. Visit infinityexteriors.com.
WTMJ's Julia Fellow here for my favorite place in the world to go, Sweet Talks Medical Spa in Menominee Falls. Sweet Talks is incredible. I posted on my social media every step of my last broadband laser treatment. It's Broadband Light, a BBL, taking care of all those fine lines. There was a red spot on my cheek, and now, boom, zapped and gone. Nikki took care of me. I call it the next level facial. There's no downtime. I had no redness. Got on a plane the very next day. Did not have to worry about a thing. Sweet Talks in Menominee Falls offers injectables, advanced skin treatments, and wellness services. And I just had a wellness visit with nurse practitioner Angie, who's getting me started with NAD injections. It's a key ingredient in your body to boost your cellular energy, enhance your mental clarity, support anti-aging. She is listening to me and what I need, and they're there for you for your entire journey. She will go through everything with you, down to what your food allergies are. I had no idea inflammation was stemming from how my body reacts to dairy and other foods, including almonds, which I used to eat every single day. Their staff is so knowledgeable, professional, and nice. The light pink ambiance is unbelievable. Everything is pink, down to their latex gloves. You are going to love it. The experience is to die for. Go to sweettalks.com. Start your journey like I did. That's sweettalks.com.
MW Marine.
Fishing season kicks off this weekend. Are you ready to hit the water? Stop into MW Marine and check out the brand new 2026 Lund, Ranger, and Vexus boats, all powered by Mercury Outboards. Start your boat shopping now and lock in a great deal so you're ready when summer hits. MW Marine takes trades, offers full boat service, plus outdoor storage to keep your rig in top shape. Call now to schedule a private appointment or stop in today. MW Marine.
Here's to sweet summer days together with friends and family in Wisconsin. To discovering magic in every moment.
Hey, Mom, over here.
And to reconnecting through a world filled with wonder.
Wow.
Here's to supper club celebrations and dancing until the sun goes down. Here's to those who Wisconsin. Plan your summer getaway at travelwisconsin.com.
WTMJ's Julia Fellow here for Redo Cabinets. Have you been thinking about a makeover for your kitchen, but you think, I'm going to not have it for months? Well, think about cabinet refacing. It is amazing. Redo Cabinets can be in and out of your home after you make the order in 5 days, just 5 days. And there's so many options as well. You can choose the color, the hardware, the style, the accessories that you want. All of it made right here in the USA. And you can get a free, no obligation consultation. So basically, they come in your home, they show you all the options, get some crown molding, a backsplash maybe. Even if you want a kitchen island, they can do that too. And for right now, during their spring sales event, you can get free premium countertops with every refacing project or monthly payments starting as low as $195 a month. This is a family-owned business. They're wonderful. For more than 70 years, it's been in business. Call 414-677-6417 to get your free, no-obligation consultation to check it out. Redo Cabinets, 414-677-6417, or go to redocabinets.com. That's redocabinets.com.
Traffic is sponsored by Lynch McQuanago, the place you want to go. Lynch McQuanago.
Chevrolets, Fords, Chryslers, Dodges, Jeeps, and Rams. All in one location. The place you want to go, Lynch McQuanago.
Nobody sells for less than Lynch.
Debbie Lazaga, how are the roads right now?
Actually, not bad. We are seeing some delays westbound 94 from about 35th Street to Hawley Road. Eastbound's backing up from Mitchell Boulevard to 35th Street. And then the other delay is going to be on southbound 41 from Hampton down into the Capitol Drive area. A little bit of a backup on southbound 4394 from about Beecher down to Lincoln, but that's pretty much it. I'm not really seeing anything else that's going to slow you down. I'm Debbie Lazago with your WTMJ Time Saver Traffic.
Boy, that is great music for our next teammate. It is none other than Packers insider, everything Packers related. This guy knows about it. It's none other than Jason Wilde. Jason, are you coming down off that draft high?
I don't know why I agree to do the show when you're on. Every time you fill in, Telly, I just feel so inadequate with my voice. It's just you know how much I love you and think so highly of your career, but I just am so jealous of you every time I talk to you. Yes, I'm coming down off the draft weekend high. I'm feeling good until Telly calls.
Oh, come on, man. We got to keep the good vibes going, man. So, I mean, something that we all knew the Packers would most likely address is the defensive side of the ball. And 4 of their 6 selections in this year's draft are defensive players. And which one really stands out the most? I mean, of course, you can go with the highest draft pick with, the round 2 to 52nd selection. Right. But I know that I got a chance to see Danny Dennis Sutton play a few times covering the Big Ten when he was at Penn State. And he's no joke, too, man. So what name sticks out the most that Packers fans are going to fall in love with the fastest?
Well, certainly the name has to be DDS, and I didn't realize this until somebody from Penn State told me. They did nickname him the dentist, because those are the letters that come after your name if you're a dentist, which is amazing to me. So I can't wait. I can't wait till my next visit to my dentist in Sheboygan, because I'm going to have to talk with my dentist about how now I'm covering a dentist as well. But it's almost, I'm trying to be more like Telly as it is, because obviously I do a lot of TV now with Channel 3 in Madison, and
you better be putting makeup on. Are you doing it?
I'll tell you what, Julia, you obviously had a great TV career too. They don't care. They just want the information from me. They don't care how sketchy I look. I didn't even shave today. Sometimes, as long as I've got like a TV station jacket on, I can keep my hoodie on that I'm already wearing.
I had an
lucky.
I had an ex that was on TV before my husband, and I remember calling him one time. I said, "What are you doing right now?" He goes, "I'm putting on makeup." He's like, "I can't believe I'm," because he was on air. He's like, and he's telling everybody, "Hey guys, I can't believe I'm telling my girlfriend I'm putting on makeup right now. It will make a difference. I will help you. You're gonna look amazing." Okay. Telly,
all right.
Come on,
I'm not saying anything.
Do you put makeup on?
I don't wear makeup anymore.
You didn't? Oh,
no.
Did you?
At one point, but for the last 15 years, I haven't worn makeup.
Yeah.
Because he looks so good, and he sounds so good. I mean, he's got the whole package. He's taken, ladies.
Exactly.
Okay,
yeah.
speaking of a play on words, doing the DDS, Trey Smack, and at the end he was going like, I'm ready to play." Did you see that?
Yeah, I'll be honest. If he was a linebacker, right, Trey Smack,
exactly.
But he's a kicker. Like, I'd rather have his last name be like Straight or something, right?
Or like
between
Foot.
the upright. Yes, Trey, right on target. But I'll say this, and I'm glad you brought him up, Julia, because that to me is the most interesting thing, right? Telly and I can, nerd out about the 4 defensive players, or talk about Jagger Barton, their 5th round pick, who played 3 different offensive line spots at Kentucky. But the most interesting pick they made is Trey Smack, because not only did they take their 2 7th round picks and trade up into the 6th round to take him, but obviously Brandon McManus has been their kicker. He's still on the roster, and had really been the guy that solidified the position. If you think back, 2023 they had a rookie kicker named Anders Carlson. 2024 they started the year with a rookie kicker named Braden Narvison. He had missed more kicks than anybody else in the league. They finally said, okay, we can't do this anymore. They bring in Brandon McManus, who'd been in the league for more than a decade, and he was great, right? He kicked some game-winning kicks his first 2 games that he came in. But then he missed 3 kicks in the playoff game that they lost in January in Chicago, and now they're ready to go back to potentially having a rookie kicker again. It's a fascinating decision, and I even asked Brian Gutekunst, I said, look, the whole idea of Brandon McManus was you didn't want to have a rookie kicker anymore. Now you've put yourself in position to have one again. And he said, well, we don't stop trying, right? And I said, I guess not.
Yeah.
You do.
But also, Jason, a rookie kicker from Florida. Now, I would think that you would try and look at kickers that may play or kick in inclement weather and things like that. So, I mean, did he have anything to say about Trey Smack being from Florida and probably not ever kicking in the conditions that he's going to kick in 8 Sundays out of the year in Green Bay?
Right. And so we talked to Trey for a while, and he grew up in Maryland, which, having spent a good amount of time in Maryland over the years myself, it gets cold sometimes, but Baltimore ain't Milwaukee, right? I mean, let's just be honest. Annapolis ain't Green Bay. It doesn't get that cold, and it doesn't snow that often there. And he played lacrosse most of his time when he was growing up there, so that's another part of it. I think kicking in cold weather is a learned behavior, just like playing in it is, right? Like Brett Favre was from Mississippi, but he was a great cold weather quarterback. Aaron Rodgers was from California, but he was a great cold weather quarterback. The problem is they think they've got a Super Bowl team, and they want to have home field advantage throughout the playoffs. And Trey Smack will not have a whole lot of time to get used to cold weather coming from Florida before the playoffs for this year if he's the kicker.
He is Jason Wilde, the best in the business. He's on television. He's a big star.
Without makeup.
He has his own office at Lambeau Field.
Oh boy!
Okay,
I didn't know that part, Jason.
You're kidding me.
I'll switch my voice for that office at Lambeau.
I mean,
how about that?
Who else to talk to than someone who has an office at Lambeau Field? Come on.
Come on, man. Let's do a switch.
The best in the business.
I will take that trade.
Jason, thank you for joining us.
All right, guys. Take care. Be good.
These are your business headlines from the Milwaukee Business Journal.
Green Bay-based Associated Bancorp posts net income of $116.76 million for the quarter ended March 31st, compared to a net income of $98.81 million